Hi. It's okay. I'll do it again. Hi. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm especially disappointed with each one of you for doing this. I don't know why. I don't know why. First row में क्या ऐसा problem है कि किसी को आके बैठना नहीं है? Is there any reason why?
Close to the stage now.
I mean, yeah, but that's why there is a first row, and a second row, and a third row. Okay. Does anyone want to come sit here, see a closed up version of everyone's face and their poem? In a good way. Yeah, okay. I don't know what you guys are imagining. Anyone? No? You can say no, it's fine. I'll just tell you are rude, but you can say no. Okay, anyways. Thank you so much for coming today. Welcome to today afternoon's Poetry Open Mic. Can we please have a round of applause? Yeah. Before I forget to do this, because I do forget this a lot, my name is Harsh. I'll be your host for today afternoon. We have a bunch of people. Some people are first time, some people are not. How many of you are doing this for the first time? Can you? Okay, this is not school, so you're not going to raise your hand. You can hoot, you can cheer, you can say whatever. Yeah, I trust you that you're not going to do anything more than that. So you don't raise a hand. No. It's funny because today, so usually when I host, I like going through different stories of life, interacting with people, learning something new. Today, I want to just talk about school. Like someone mentioned, you mentioned school? Yeah, I just want to talk about school today. I just want to know from you guys, what kind of school did you go to? Did you feel like being in school? Whatever happened. I'll share some stories of mine, but the whole open mic will just cover school, man. We'll just figure out. For people who liked school, this is the time to show off. For people who didn't like school, we can together remove this frustration and let it go, because obviously it's a long time back now. Because the next question I was going to ask is anyone in school right now? But I figured no one is. Okay. So we'll talk about school. I'll ask you guys how it's going. We'll go there. Basic rules. Everyone gets 4 minutes. Okay. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. There'll be a light that will flash on the back. Once the light flashes on the back, you have 30 more seconds to wrap up your piece. The timer's right there for you guys also to conveniently just have a look, because if you're doing more pieces, more than one piece, then you can see the time and figure out if you should be doing or not. But in 4 minutes, you can do how many more pieces you want, as long as it's 4 minutes, because we have a bunch of people and we have a show after this. So let's try to give everyone an equal amount of time so that it's just even and fair to everyone. Second most important thing, it's Sunday. You guys got up from wherever you were living, you got ready and you came here to perform. Have fun, like genuinely have fun. It's a Sunday. How many of you are working? Anyone working? You know what? No one's sitting the first. I can't see any of your faces now. The light is just flaring on my face. Okay. It's fine, Haley. It's fine. I can see you actually. Baaki log. Acha, yeah. Anyone working today? Except Aditi, who's working here right now at Habitat. She just realized in the morning that she's okay. Anyways, I'll also do this. I like these guys don't really come in front of the mic and stuff. People work at Habitat. So I will make sure that I will embarrass them today by, telling nice things about them that they have to sit and listen to because they're working right now. But no one else working? No. Okay, great, wonderful. I'm happy. No one else is working except us. So make sure you have fun. If you have any kind of trigger in your piece, any kind of trigger warning you want to give, please do give it, because no one is working. You don't want to ruin anyone's day. Like, it's one Sunday people get, right? All of you are working from Monday to Friday, mostly are studying, working. There's consistently something going on. Sunday hai, let's just have a chill time. So please give trigger warning. If someone gives a trigger warning and you want to step out, you can step out for 4 minutes and you can come back, right? Talk to me. Interact, do all of that with them, clap for them, listen to them, support them in whatever way you can. Aur kya hai? Have fun, please. If it's not your first time, but you feel nervous, just say it's your first time. I don't know, like people just feel very sweet and giving when you say like, this is my first time. People are like, wow, you're doing something. I am very happy. Like people like trying. Everyone loves trying. So like, it's beautiful. Hi, it's beautiful. So please make sure that you do that. Let's do a mock. If any of you have seen me host, we've done this before, so you know what I'm talking about. People who don't know, let's try this, okay? I'm going to call an anonymous random person. Fictional, okay? You just have to clap and pretend like they're your best friend and you're cheering for them, okay? Got it? You look really blank, like we're back to school. Did I say something in the wrong language? Like, I suddenly feel like, okay, fine. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Na 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 na. Okay. I feel like you guys can do a little better, but sure. Okay.
Let's try it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay. Na 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 na. Okay. So the deal is, for everyone else you clap, you support, okay? With me, just interact with me. And if one of you wants to clap, no, only one of you. Other people don't feel the pressure. Just one of you clap, it's fine. बहुत pressure में आ जाते हैं लोग यार. One person clap, people are like, oh shit, now I have to also clap, man. For people do that. For me, leave, dude. Just talk to me. You know, just let's just have a fun interactive session. Let's just get to know each other. You made it here on a Sunday, dude. It's really, really like a lot of effort it takes to come here in 2:30 on a Sunday after having worked all day of the week. I don't need to tell you this. You guys are here already. So that's about it. Cool. I will go around the room. Just tell me how you're feeling without telling me why you're feeling that.
I'm feeling
Good? Okay.
Excited.
Excited?
cool.
Cool. Sir, cool is not an emotion. Cool.
Excited.
Excited?
Nervous.
Nervous?
Nervous.
Nervous?
Excited and nervous both.
That's nice. Excited and nervous?
Does sleep deprived count?
Sleep. Yeah, I guess. In the modern generation, cool and sleep deprived are emotions.
Excited.
Excited? Okay. Thank you.
Nervous. Excited.
Okay.
Happy.
Happy. Wow. Okay. That's nice. It's a good.
Very, very happy.
Very, very happy. Wow. I want to hang out with you guys, man. What? Excited. Okay.
Happy.
Happy.
Nervous and excited.
Nervous and excited.
Happy to be a part of it.
Wow. Okay. Happy to be. That's a very wide emotion, but it is an emotion yet.
Feeling great, sir.
Feeling great. Okay. Shailaja,
I'm good. Happy.
did you get? Did I suddenly, throw light on you? Okay. Hi guys. You can sit here if you feel. Hi. Thank you. Hi. So just doing rounds. My name is Harsh. I'm going to be the host for this afternoon. Want to ask you how you're feeling without telling me why you're feeling that. How are you feeling right now?
Good.
Good. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm very good.
Very good. Okay.
Because my friend is performing.
Yeah, that's sweet, man. How many of you are just here to listen? Cheer. Please don't raise your hand. Please. Please. It's very sudden. It's like me. Okay. Yes, ma'am, how are you feeling? Without telling us why you're feeling that.
Tired.
Tired. Makes sense. You did come from a... Yeah, we've had this conversation before, but I'm glad you made it. Okay, all of you are here. Everyone's here. I'll do the rules again. 4 minutes. You get 3 minutes, 30 seconds fake light. You have 30 more seconds to wrap it up. Please have fun. Please. It's going to be a really fun time, I promise you. But you also have fun. You're here to share. For other people who are going to be sitting and listening, whether you're an audience or a performer who's still not performing, please make sure you support in whatever way you can. You can snap, okay? We can practice that. You can snap if you resonate with someone's line. If you can't directly tell them, hey, I like what you've written, you can just be like, simply just say it. It'll be weird if I'm doing a piece and suddenly someone's like, hey, I like that line. बहुत वो हो जाएगा फिर. So this is just a nicer way of being like, hey, I like what you've written. Or I resonate with the line that you've written. So please do snap, please do support, please do cheer, hoot, treat them like they're your friends. Maybe they will be your friends by the end of the evening. We don't know that. That's it. Okay, we'll start today. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Little more response. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
That sounds great. Okay. First person is a first-time performer. Okay, first-time performer. So a little more crazy, a little more like wild. Okay, like first time, like go mad. Okay. Yeah. Can we please have Mitesh? Till he walks up on stage. You have to keep clapping till he walks up on stage. Yeah. Everyone, I can see you.
Actually, this is not my first time. I'm performing after 7-8 years. So a bit nervous. अच्छा तो इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं देता हूँ मैं. एक राहत इंदौरी साहब का एक शेर है कि जिस दौर है इस दुनिया का इसी तौर से बोलो, ये बहरों का इलाका है, थोड़ा ज़ोर से बोलो. तो यहाँ पे जो आते हैं वो थोड़े बहरे होते हैं, तो थोड़ा कहीं पे किसी की बात किसी को अच्छी लगे तो थोड़ा क्लैप कर लेना, थोड़ा चिल्ला लेना. अच्छा, किसी ने अहमद फराज साहब की वो गज़ल सुनी या पढ़ी है, रंजिश ही सही? हाँ। उसमें एक पंक्ति है कि माना कि मोहब्बत का छुपाना भी मोहब्बत है, कि माना कि मोहब्बत का छुपाना भी मोहब्बत है, तू भी किसी रोज़ मुझे जताने के लिए आ। तो इसी पे मैंने एक कविता लिखी है। तो शेर कुछ ऐसे कि हकीकत में नहीं, ख्वाब में तो दे दो। जहाँ पे अच्छा लगे थोड़ा क्लैप कर देना। हकीकत में नहीं, ख्वाब में तो दे दो, हमारे इजहार का जवाब तो दे दो। हकीकत में नहीं, ख्वाब में तो दे दो, हमारे इजहार का जवाब तो दे दो। तलब लगी है जोरों से तुम्हारी, तलब लगी है जोरों से तुम्हारी, कोई बोतल एक शराब तो दे दो। तू नहीं तो शराबी, कि मुस्कुराने से तेरे उजाला होता है मेरा घर, मुस्कुराने से तेरे उजाला होता है मेरा घर, अंधेरे में हंसी लाजवाब तो दे दो। मैं कितनी बार लुटा हूं तेरी अदा पर, मैं कितनी बार लुटा हूं तेरी अदा पर, कभी बैठकर फुर्सत से हिसाब तो दे दो। आखिर हकीकत में नहीं, ख्वाब में तो दे दो, मेरे इजहार का जवाब तो दे दो। अभी अगले कुछ शेर ऐसे कुछ है कि अभी जो दुनिया में जो भी सब कहीं पे आसपास जो भी चल रहा है, कहीं पे वॉर चल रहा है, कहीं कोई किसी को मार रहा है, कहीं पे लूटपाट, तो उस पर मैंने कुछ लिखा है। एक युग था सतयुग, जहाँ पे मारना भी एक बहुत बड़ी बात थी। अभी मारना मरना तो एक नॉर्मल सी बात हो गई, बट एक ज़माना वो भी आएगा इंसान इंसान को खाएगा। तो उस पर मैंने कुछ लिखा है कि अंधेरा हो गया है, दरवाज़ा बंद कर लो, शाम हो गई है, अंधेरा निकलने वाला है। कि दरवाज़ा बंद कर लो, शाम हो गई है, अंधेरा निकलने वाला है। एक दिन इंसान इंसान को खाएगा, ज़माना बदलने वाला है। आज मैं मरा हूँ, कल तेरी बारी होगी। आज मैं मरा हूँ, कल तेरी बारी होगी, हंस मत। आज मैं मरा हूँ, कल तेरी बारी होगी, हंस मत। कब्रिस्तान तो वही रहेगा, बस जनाजा बदलने वाला है। कि कब्रिस्तान तो वही रहेगा, बस जमाना बदलने वाला है। तू क्यों रो रहा है, तेरी तो सिर्फ दौलत गई है, अलमारी नहीं। तू क्यों रो रहा है, तेरी तो सिर्फ दौलत गई है, अलमारी नहीं। अलमारी तो वही रहेगी, बस खजाना बदलने वाला है। कोई पैसों के लिए कोई रोता है, कोई अपनों के लिए रोता है, तो अलमारी तो वही रहेगी, बस खजाना बदलने वाला है। कि सरकार इसकी आए या उसकी आए, सबके सब नशेड़ी है। यहाँ पे नशेड़ी का मतलब है कि कोई सत्ता के नशेड़ी है, कोई पावर के नशेड़ी, कोई पैसों के। कि सरकार इसकी आए या उसकी आए, सबके सब नशेड़ी है। व्यापार तो वही रहेगा, बस मैखाना बदलने वाला है। और कल फ्रेंडशिप डे था, तो एक दोस्ती पे एक कुछ मैंने लिखा है। कभी कभी दोस्ती में हम थोड़ा कंफ्यूज होते हैं कि कभी कभी लगता है कि ये तो ये मेरा सच्चा दोस्त है यार, कभी कभी लगता है इससे बड़ा हरामी बंदा कोई नहीं है। तो ये जो हिसाब किताब, कभी कभी हम कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि ये दोस्त सच में मेरे लिए अच्छा है या नहीं। तो उस पर मैंने कुछ लिखा है कि ये दोस्ती मुझे हिसाब से लगती है, कि ये दोस्ती मुझे हिसाब से लगती है, एक उलझी हुई किताब से लगती है। ये दोस्ती मुझे हिसाब से लगती है, एक उलझी हुई किताब से लगती है। ये दोस्ती चीज़ है उलझन भरी, ये दोस्ती चीज़ है उलझन भरी, कभी मीठी दवा तो कभी जहरीली शराब सी लगती है। ये दोस्ती मुझे हिसाब से लगती है, एक उलझी हुई किताब सी लगती है। कभी रेगिस्तान में आब, आब यानी पानी, रेगिस्तान में पानी। कभी रेगिस्तान में आब तो कभी जले पे आग सी लगती है। कभी रेगिस्तान में आब तो कभी जले पे आग सी लगती है। कभी सुहानी हकीकत तो कभी अधूरा ख्वाब सी लगती है। ये दोस्ती मुझे हिसाब सी लगती है, एक उलझी हुई किताब सी लगती है। कभी भीगा कागज तो कभी कड़कड़ती किताब सी लगती है। कभी भीगा कागज तो कभी कड़कड़ती किताब सी लगती है। साथ रहे तो जीत, वरना हारा खिताब सी लगती है। ये दोस्ती मुझे हिसाब सी लगती है, एक उलझी हुई किताब सी लगती है। कभी सूखा कुआं तो कभी छलकता तालाब सी लगती है। कभी सूखा कुआं तो कभी छलकता तालाब से लगती है। कभी खूबसूरत चेनाब, चेनाब चेनाब एक नदी का नाम है। कभी खूबसूरत चेनाब तो कभी डरावना सैलाब से लगती है। ये दोस्ती मुझे हिसाब से लगती है, एक उलझी हुई किताब से लगती है। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much. Can we please have a bigger, crazier round of applause? Yeah. सर कोई रीज़न कि 7-8 साल से अपने मतलब आप लिखते थे, परफॉर्म नहीं किया आपने?
थिएटर भी करता था,
अच्छा,
राइटिंग भी करता था, पोएट्री, थिएटर लिखता भी था।
ओके,
फिर मैंने कॉर्पोरेट ज्वाइन कर लिया, तो फिर मेरा पूरा फोकस उस पे, टाइम बैलेंस, वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस नहीं हो।
ओके, मेक सेंस। थिएटर के लिए तो
6-7-8 इयर्स फिर मुझे रियलाइज हुआ कि दैट की करना चाहिए।
हाँ, सही है सर। आप वापस आगे कर रहे हो, अच्छी बात है। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर joining us today and doing this. Um, give me a cheer if you liked being in school, or if you're given a time back to go back to school, you would like to go back. Give me a cheer, loud, please. If so many of you, wow, I don't like you. Give me a cheer if you did not like school and wouldn't want to go back if given a chance. Okay, a few of us. Okay, I'm also in the second batch of people. I don't know. School was a very different, weird time, right? Does anyone have an earliest memory of school? Anyone? Earliest memory that you remember anything from school? LKG, UKG, going to school for the first time?
Yeah.
What?
We both are friends since senior KG.
Oh man, how many years has it been?
17, 18?
Wow. So apart from this, anyone else still is friends with any of their LKG, UKG? You are? How many of you? Wow, that's mad. You guys are still friends. Like you still talk to them. Oh, that's mad, dude. That's crazy. So you guys have literally seen each other grow, and all of you have seen each other grow. That's mad, dude. I've shifted schools in between, and I feel like I had very few friends in the first school and some friends in the second, but itna nahi hai. My maximum friendships right now are like 13 years maybe, like from school, but that also is like few people. This is mad. I really wish I knew someone from like LKG, UKG. I was busy crying, dude. Like, please, I don't want to go to school. Why would they send me to a school? Plus, I'm from Bangalore, so I studied in Bangalore, and I went to this all-boys school. That's it. I just want to leave it there. You can give me your condolences, you can give me your apologies, you can give me whatever. I think it was a fun time, but I just feel like too many boys in one place is no balance in life. You know, you need some kind of balance in life. But yeah, anyone else earliest memory of school? Any early? Yes.
I have a childhood best friend who I knew since before school, since our parents were also friends and all. And I remember junior KG admission, we didn't get put in the same class. So I was really sad and cried.
That's really sweet. That's really, really sweet. Anyone else remember anything from there? Yes.
So मैं जिस स्कूल में पढ़ता था वो एक गुरुकुल था, तो वहाँ पे स्कूल जाने के बाद सबसे पहले हम पूरी स्कूल की सफाई करते थे।
Oh.
उसके बाद खुद से अपना वो आसन बिछाते थे और जमीन पे बैठ के पढ़ते थे, तो अलग ही एक्सपीरियंस। आई डोंट थिंक आज के डेट में वो ऐसा कुछ लोग फील करते होंगे। माय स्कूल वाज वेरी यूनिक एंड डिफरेंट।
That's very nice. Because you know what I've heard? There used to be green boards, you know. There were black boards, then it went to green board, and now there's something called whiteboard, which is an electronic device. It's like a device where you can use, yeah, like a pen kind of thing, and you can write on it and it'll look like you're actually writing in a book. I can't make peace with it. Like, it's too much to like. Chalk tak theek tha yaar. Marker aa gaya, and now there is like pens which are doing this. This is crazy. But thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Yes.
Yes, so I studied from army school.
Okay.
और वहाँ डिसिप्लिन जो रहता है तो हमेशा से डिसिप्लिन बच्चा रही तो आई वाज अ गुंडा इन माय कॉलेज स्कूल जो है सो दैट को कंप्लेंट आता था जनरली कि ये हर बार इसका सेक्शन हम कितना चेंज करें कि लड़कियों को मारती है पीछे से मारती है
Wow.
कंप्लेंट्स आता था कि इसका स्कूल चेंज करो
Yeah.
इसको थोड़ा सा शी नीड्स अ गुड ट्रीटमेंट
Okay.
सो मुझे उसके सर के ऊपर फिर गुस्सा था
Oh wow.
But then मेरे डैड ने मुझे बोला तुम्हारा चपरासी से शादी कराएंगे बड़े होने पे so let's not fight anymore
Wow. Was that enough, or you were like, no, that doesn't work with me?
and I was like okay chill अभी
अच्छा,
इतना
अच्छा.
होगा तो चलेगा
But weren't you like a little scared? Like, I'm already thinking of an army school and already freaking out, thinking of what kind of people would be there.
discipline you
But how did you land up doing this then? Like, just
I have a background mom was in army dad was
Okay.
in army Nana ji was in but
so for you, it's not a very. You're like, huh, ठीक है.
very careless kid in my
Okay.
no one was like from this far
Wow. But really cool, huh? Like, army school is telling you, इसको कहीं और ले जाके please इसका discipline ठीक कराओ, okay? Like, it's you really like shook. They were flustered. They're like, अब क्या करें? Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Yes.
I still remember my first stage performance when I was in 10th standard.
First time you in school you
Yes,
performed in 10th.
Yes.
Okay.
वहाँ से मुझे confidence आया था that कि I can write, I can speak in front of many people.
Yeah.
तो वहाँ से मैंने start किया था 11th में FYGC. So वहाँ से मैंने लिखना थोड़ा बहुत start किया था and वहाँ से मुझे थोड़ा confidence build हुआ.
Wow, that's nice. Thank you for sharing. I'll tell you the first time I was on stage. But before that, you need context, okay? This is me today. I feel I'm firm, I'm confident, I feel strong, I feel valued, I feel like I'm comfortable in my own skin, I can achieve dreams, okay? And this is me when I was young. Constantly scared, you know, always looking for reasons to run, didn't want to confront anything, didn't believe in self, you know, always had this sense of just being like, no, this isn't me. Like this, there's a feeling this isn't me, but there's a lot of belief that this is me. यही है मेरा अभी आगे जाके. So UKG, LKG, UKG की बात है. I had one day gone, I went to school, and honestly, if there was no attendance, I wouldn't be in class. Like people would not even know I existed in class if there was no attendance by any teacher, because that was the only time they would listen to me. Any other time, I was very quiet. I was in a corner. No one would pay attention. I would also not pay attention. I'm like, मेरे को अच्छा है. Like I like being alone and I don't want to be disturbed because I was too scared to even talk to humans or even like ask my teachers for any kind of permission. And I was also very young, LKG, UKG. One day, she tells us to a class teacher comes to class and she's like, वो homework वाला book है, वो निकालो. I'm checking my bag. I can't find it. And you know how freaky it is, right? You read school, you may have done the homework, but if you've left the book at home, it's as equal as you haven't done the homework. And that's the worst treatment because you're like, I did it, dude. I just forgot to get it. So I'm freaking out, okay? I'm freaking out. And all of my classmates have removed their books and they've started copying whatever else is in the thing. And एक एक करके सब जा रहे check कराने के लिए. I'm freaking out because I'm like, dude, I haven't written my book. I haven't bought my book. What do I do? My vice principal walks in. Everything goes into a blur in my head because I can just see them pointing at me and like talking about me. And in my head, I was like, I will be thrown out of school for not bringing a book in UKG. How shameful is that? I don't think my parents are going to be happy listening to the fact that I'll be thrown out of school in UKG. Fuck that. So I started freaking out and they called me. So I've gone towards them and I've zoned out and I'm not able to understand what they're saying and what's happening. And all they did was they wrote something in my diary and they were like, please take this home and get your parents' signature. Now, if you've been in school, which you have, if you've not done the homework, which I'm sure you guys haven't, and you have to go home, the scenario already starts building up, right? When you know from class that kuch sign karana hai, in your head, you're just like, oh yeah, cool. I'm going to go home. My mom's going to beat the fuck out of me. And she's going to be like, what is this? And like yell at me or whatever, right? So you're scared. I'm already predicting, fuck my dad, my mom. I'm thrown out of school, dude. What are they going to say? How are they going to react? So I come back home. And the first thing I did was go and play because I was like, if I show this right now, they're not going to let me play. So this is my last day at home. So like, I just went to play. I came back at night. Now I had to get a signature before going back to school. Abhi tum school ke din pe, subah you can't ask for signature. That's a very tricky time to ask. So I was like, kar lete yaar, khatam kar lete. So then I was like, okay. I went to my mom. My dad was in the room. I was like, let's just go to mom first, safe side. Because I'm out of school, man. Shameful. So I show her diary. She gets really happy. And she goes to my dad's room to show something. And I was like, I didn't know my mom was into this, dude. Like, I didn't know she's okay with me, like, you know, being out of school in UKG. So she does all this. She comes back and she's like, you didn't tell me you were going to perform in front of the whole school? I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you have. I was like, in my head, I was like, I could have been fired today, dude. This is so much better. I'll be thrown out of school. That was so much better than being in front of the whole school. So it said that there are 8 lines that I have to read out in front of the whole school where there will be students and parents and everyone going to be there on this one day of the week. And I'm supposed to come and read this. Now, in my head, I've started freaking out. This was as much as getting kicked out of school. And I was really disappointed that it wasn't that. So my mom got really happy. She's like, my son is going to speak in English in front of the whole school. Khatam baat. So we started practicing. She and my teachers, mainly my mom actually, she made me practice a lot of these 8 lines. She's like, yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. 1 week later, the day comes, I don't realize it so much. I have my uniform, I'm going to school, it's all casual. Few hours into it, I started realizing कि कुछ होने वाला है, so I'm freaking out. And then my vice principal comes to my class and she's like, let's go, it's the day. She sees me very nervous, so she looks at me and she's like, it's okay, it's going to be fine. You're going to be okay. And she's a very strong, confident, like a wonderful woman. And I believed her. Looking at her, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I can make it. She holds my hand. We go to the stage. Now, I was like this in front of a mic, and she was standing right behind me, and there was a whole ground full of parents and students and teachers, and my mom was sitting right in the first row, looking very excited. That's what I was thinking. The vice principal's behind me. She was supposed to do her part, and she was supposed to put her hand on my shoulder. As soon as she does that, I'm supposed to start my 8 lines, just telling the 8 lines. So she's doing her part, she's doing her part, she's doing her part. I'm sure everyone's gone through this, right? Being on stage, being that nervous, that when you're on stage with someone else and someone's going to introduce you, in your head you've already lived a whole life. Like you've thought of so many things कि ऐसा होने वाला है, फिर ऐसा हो सकता है, फिर ऐसा भी हो सकता है. Oh shit, I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm doing all this in my head. And then she stands there and she just taps her hand on my shoulder, which is my cue to start. And you guys need to know this. It's not very important. Not really important. I'm Gujarati. Just letting you know. You'll know why. So I'm looking down. My mom's there. I'm supposed to say the 8 lines. I'm quiet. You know, people thought it's like a build-up. It's going to go somewhere. Yeah. It's like suspense कि कुछ बोलने वाला है, fuck कुछ. Because imagine if I just come here and stand. Won't you guys be like कुछ तो बोलने वाला है, कब बोलेगा, अभी बोलेगा. So I'm just standing. I'm just waiting. I look at my mom, and in Gujarati I say, "Mummy, abe su kahu," which means, "Mom, what do I say now?" Right in front of the whole goddamn school, I'm like, "Hey, Mom, whatever you did for me for last 7 days, I have forgotten it. So why don't you prompt it so I can say it out loud for everyone else to listen to it?" And that's it. And then I just stayed quiet. I just said that much, and I just stayed quiet, like looking at everyone. My vice principal took over. ठीक got done. She's told my mom, "It's fine. It's okay. You know, like it happens. It's fine." She told me also, "It's okay. It's fine. Don't stress about it." I wasn't stressing about it. I had nothing. I'm like, "ठीक है, सब ठीक हो गया." While going back home, the only disappointed person was my mother. She was really disappointed. She didn't know what to say. She like, "We did so many times we practiced this. How could you like not in one line?" I'm like, "No, I didn't remember any of it." I just looked at you and I'm like, "Yeah, forgotten." Shit, pressure. And it's fun because now I do this, and sometimes I tell my mom that, "Hey, I'm gonna go do a show tomorrow," and the only thing she has to say back to me is, "Remember, you forgot when you were really young. Just make sure you don't do that again because I'm not there to prompt shit." So yeah, that is the first ever time. That just reminded me of it, but that's my first ever time on stage. And I was like, "Meko nahi karna ye. It's too much shit it is." Thank you. See, no pressure. No pressure. 2 of you want to clap, clap.
I'm clapping for you because I didn't take my MBA as serious as you took your UKG.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for listening. I will come back. We'll have more conversations and we'll continue this. Now calling the next person, you know what to do. You know what to do. Could you please have Sanyukta? Till she comes on stage, you have to keep clapping till she comes on stage.
Hi everyone. Can you all hear me properly? Okay. First of all, thank you so much, Harsh, for that lovely story. And thanks, Aditi Team Habitat, for having me here, and all of you who are here to listen to me and while also performing yourselves. The poem I'm performing after a few months. I was not in this city, but whenever I come back to Mumbai, I'm like, I have to come to Habitat, I have to see people perform, I have to perform. So I think a lot of you all will resonate if you like drinking chai. And my poem is about chai. I thought मौसम अच्छा होगा, लेकिन आज तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा गर्मी है बाहर, and it's, I don't know, I was hoping it would rain and everybody would really enjoy listening about my love with chai. But anyways, here it goes. The poem is called Chai, and yeah. People in my life are like ingredients of chai. Some take time to reveal their flavors. Some are like lemongrass, an ingredient you didn't know you needed until you tried it. Fresh like dew on leaves, those that don't deceive. People in my life are like ingredients of chai. Some like chai pattis, slightly addictive. But as I laugh around them, I wonder, what would life be without these tiny addictions? How would I feel free if we'd never try to see where these rocky paths take us? Then comes my favorite, adrak. People like ginger aren't everyone's cup of tea. You have to be very careful because a little too much can make everything crappy. People in my life are like ingredients of chai. Some like sugar, really hard to give up, to cut off that toxic bond and act like a grown up. I sit and ponder over and over, emptying several chai cups, wondering why I go through such tasteless breakups. Lucky for me, I found a substitute in my sister and jaggery. Both are sweet and healthy without any calories. Then comes milk. I wonder why we didn't bond, the only obstacle that went above and beyond to create drama between me and chai. Just like my beloved parents who'd always pry, push me to such ends and make me cry, so uncomfortable in my own skin, I could only sigh because they were anything but my ally. Funny when I found out, milk and me, we were never meant to be. My lactose intolerance just wouldn't agree. And that's how my parents became a part of my allergy. But what's better than milk chai is chai without it. You just need a friend to sit under the sky brightly lit, to sip kali chai at the dhaba where you sit every single day enjoying every single sip. People in my life are like ingredients of chai. Some take time to reveal their flavors, like this person sitting nearby. He's like mint leaves, a different kind of high. A friend whose company adds depth to my chai. No wonder to him it's always hard to say goodbye. People in my life are like ingredients of chai. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we please. Just a random doubt. Every time you make chai, is there too much pressure on you? Just asking. You know, because you described it really, really well. So it's like you're narrating either the poem while doing the chai, or you're just making a chai and writing it. So thank you so much for doing that. Quickly, how many of your schools had canteens? A lot. You have different kinds of canteens and cool canteens. My school didn't have canteen, please. My second school didn't have anything. Bogus. But was it fun? Was it like a fun canteen where you could just go big enough for you guys to go? No, not. You said yes first, and then you're like, no, not so much. What kind of a canteen did you have?
It was just like this one corner on the second floor of my school where everyone would just rush during the break time and like try to grab food because they would run out of it. So it's very annoying actually to be in that area.
Yeah. Man, it's very hectic. It's very, very hectic. But were you guys allowed to have chips and stuff? Like a lot of schools were like, you can't bring outside food, you can't like eat chips, or you can't sell them in school, shit like that. Was that all okay?
In fact, now that I think about it, most of the stuff they sold in canteen was junk, and they shouldn't have because that's not good.
Yeah, shit. Anyone else? How was your... Did anyone have a fancy canteen? Like a... No? Oh, I'm glad then. Okay. In my first school, so I did two schools, right? The first school that it was a convent school, very big, very, very big. So we used to have two canteens, one was junior canteen, one was senior canteen. And it was very weird because when I was a kid, like when I was like 4th, 5th standard, we couldn't go to a senior canteen. But senior canteen में खाना मिलता था. Junior canteen में चकना मिलता था. It was like that. It was like you got donut, you got cup noodles, you got like biscuits, you got chips in the junior canteen. Senior canteen got dosa. You got like different kinds of rice, you got idli. You got like proper food. But if you didn't have a sibling who was older, you couldn't go buy it. I was the oldest in my house. So I also couldn't go and buy it. I just had to like stare at seniors or like make contacts with seniors. On top of that, like have conversations with people. That's too much. My second school, as soon as I joined in 6th, they told me, you're going to have a canteen. And then I graduated 5 years later and we didn't have anything. So yeah, they were just like fucking with us. Same thing happened in swimming pool. My second school told us we're going to have a swimming pool. Okay, so you have to pay every year in the fee structure. There will be like a pool cup maintenance or something. So you got to pay for it. I paid. My younger brother graduated. He paid. My cousin brother graduated. He paid. And none of us got a swimming pool in 3 generations of fucking family. It's so bad. So yeah, anyone else? Any other kind of things in a canteen? No? Nothing exciting? Yeah?
तो हमारे स्कूल की कैंटीन बहुत छोटी थी तो जब लंच होता था तो पूरा स्कूल भागता था और उसके बीच में क्लास के बच्चे क्या करते थे कि किसी ने पेटी से 5 रुपये क्या दे दिए,
हाँ।
5 रुपये दिए, एक बंदे लेके चला गया तो बोल रहा मुझे तो मिली नहीं,
ओह
मुझे तो मिली नहीं, तो फिर अभी हम एक 5 पेटी में 5 लोग खाए।
ओह वाओ, अच्छा ट्रिक बना ले। ये सब ऐसे सेटिंग में कर सकते हैं, ये सब हो सकता है। मेरे में उल्टा था, लाइक एक समोसा वाला आता था एंड पीपल वुड जस्ट जंप, एंड वन गाय हु विल बी किक्ड आउट ऑफ क्लास और विल गो टू वॉशरूम जस्ट 2 minutes बिफोर द क्लास एंड्स, विल बी लाइक सबका अकाउंट लेगा, तेरे को चाहिए, तेरे को चाहिए, अच्छा 5 चाहिए, ठीक है, ऐसा पैसा लेके जाएगा, एंड ही गो स्टैंड नेक्स्ट टू द समोसा गाय, समोसा गाय लाइक मैं नहीं देने वाला हूँ अभी, जब तक बेल नहीं रिंग होगा, एंड द गाय इज जस्ट प्लेइंग अराउंड, इज जस्ट लाइक हाँ ठीक है, ओके, बेल रिंग्स, लाइक दो ना, एंड देन ऐसा 5 उठा के ऐसा क्लास के अंदर जा रहा है, टीचर इज लाइक इसलिए गए थे तुम बाहर, हाँ मैम क्या कर सकते हैं अभी, समोसा गेट्स ओवर, दैट्स आवर फैंटेसी, कांट डू एनीथिंग. Cool, okay, I'll call the next person, we'll come back, okay, you know what to do. Can you please have Kritika?
It's the first time ever I wrote a poetry, and it's I don't even know if it's a poetry, but it's cute. So it's for my bumblebee. So if I could tell you one thing, it would be you're greater than you think, my sweet bumblebee. Don't shrink in the journey or be crippled by the money. What you produce do not measure your worth. So please don't rush your self-worth. You are adored more than you know. Now go and get that memo. You are more confident than the shy, an apple to an untasted pie. Don't give up, for now this time will pass by. Someone will definitely come for you with a magical eye. So rise and shine, because darling, you're the moon to someone's sky. And the poetry is just that much. And as it was Friendship Day, or it is Friendship Day today, I don't know. So this one is for my childhood friend. It's not a poetry, it's just an appreciation thing. An unfortunate event, I lost my dad 2 months ago. And my best friend Sairi, can you please come here? And she was there with me all the time, right from like the hospital while my dad was struggling. And she loves this stage. So, but she does not write or perform. No, you have to come. She's stage phobic actually. Okay. So, just an appreciation post. I was the only child, and at the end, she encouraged me like do all the rituals of your dad, as it's the like she was there all the time and appreciating me how stable and strong I am. So thank you and I love you. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we please have a... Can we please have a... I think it's very sweet. It was fun that you brought it up, because even I was going to talk about like childhood friends, and just, I feel like, for me at least, I don't know how many of you, if you do resonate, either clap or hoot or whatever you feel like. For me, there was just one friend in my first school. I didn't have many friends. There was one friend in the first school. And he was the only one in the entire world, I felt like, who believed in me. In the entire world, who like looked at me very different, treated me very differently than all the other kids. And he really, really took care of me without me realizing that he is. And until we went away because of our schools and stuff, we went away from each other's life. It was like a very crazy story. I'll get into that, but before that, just remembering a childhood friends. If you want to give in a story for them, you can, or you can just shout out their name. I think we can all remember them in whatever light, wherever they are, we can all remember them that way. So either you can shout out a name, or if anyone wants to share, then just let me know. Any short tale between you and your friend, like how they mentioned something so beautiful. Also the relationship that's there. And especially for people who still are friends with their childhood friends. I think it's a different ball game altogether, because they've seen you grow literally from where you were to where you are. But yeah, if you don't want to do details, it's fine. Just let's shout names.
So my friend, right, my best friend.
Yeah.
He and I were, we had partners in school.
Yeah.
shared the same bench.
Bench, yeah.
So he remembers that both of us sat together on the same day while I do not.
Oh.
And we are still friends and it has been over 22 years.
That's sweet, man. That's really sweet, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else can share this or just shout names, yeah.
मैंने अपने दोस्तों ने मिलकर एक बार लाइब्रेरी टेबल तोड़ दी थी।
This will come to ये भी मेरे को जानना बहुत लोग ने किया है यार ये this तो I can't. Also I have high expectations from you in this category, in this stories.
Not very
No?
funny one, but I lost my mom last year.
Okay.
She was a woman. I lost my both the parents, and she was there every time from different city.
Yeah.
When she was struggling, I was in hospital. My ICU se general struggling. And she was constantly there when she was taking her last breath also. She's actually a healer. So I was just lost my senses to, can you do some magic to, give her all those things. But the best thing, she was there. She has seen all those. The Gitanjali and Shravani Samrita.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It takes a lot to be vulnerable and you guys are just being beautiful. Like I fucking love it. Thank you so much. It really takes a lot to be vulnerable with our closed ones, but here you are in front of strangers, willing to share some really, really important parts of your life. I really appreciate all of you being here and sharing this genuinely. Thank you. Names. Let's just throw names. Throw names. No one has best friends or childhood. एक एक करके करते हैं यार ऐसे. Mazubin, okay. Okay.
Rameshwar, unfortunately, no more.
Oh.
He passed out in the primary home. Thank to it.
I'm glad we're remembering these people.
Harshi and Zia.
For me, it was Kushal. Or I like to call it the boy with the beautiful handwriting. I think he had one of the most beautiful handwriting I've ever seen in my life till date. And he would like really write and help me write and not be too scared to like approach any teacher or any student do anything. He would always like take me and really hold on to this. And then when we shifted schools from 5th to 6th, I shifted schools and suddenly we lost touch. And our parents were really close friends as much as we were. But because phone ka zamana nahi tha, us time pe itna kuch scene nahi tha, as in phones the, that contact wasn't there of like keeping in touch and all of that. So I lost track with him for the rest of my school time. And suddenly Facebook came in 10th. And I'm all over saying Kushal Sukhdev. I'm not able to find. I'm finding all kinds of profiles except him. And there is this kind of familiarity, right? I mean, like even if you don't see them for years, you'll see them and be like, this is that person. It's not like you'll completely be like, nah. So I couldn't recognize with any of the Facebook profiles. So I was like, fuck it, let it go. 11th May, I met a lot of my friends from my first school that were there, that were with him. So I asked them saying, where's Kushal? They're like, he's gone here, he's gone there, engineering hai. Uska ek number mila. मैंने number पे phone लगाया and someone else picked up. So it was really bad this one. So I was like, yaar, abhi kuch nahi hone wala hai. So that was 11th and 12th. Then came degree. First year, second year, third year. Second year degree, I'm in another college shooting an event. Okay? And as dramatic as it is, I've come to drop a friend at the gate who was leaving that fest. And I'm just standing at the gate. And I hear a voice, okay, behind me. I hear a voice. And I swear to God, it was like a Bollywood movie. I turned behind, I looked straight, and there he was, Kushal. 10 years later, 10 years after I met him, we have never been in touch. I was really trying to look for him. He was maybe trying to look for me. I don't know. But that one day we met after 10 years of not being with each other. And I think we spent the whole day just being like, where have you been, dude? Like, we've all grown up. I remember we used to do this, remember we used to do that. And every time I go back to think of like who I am today, I think Kushal has like a massive role to play. And so does all of your best friends have a massive role to play. So I'm glad, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, all of you. Very sweet people. Next person is a first-time performer. First-timer sounds a little... Okay. First-time performer. Okay. Come on. Can we please have Shubham? Till he comes on stage, guys. Till he comes on stage. You don't stop.
हाँ ठीक. So hi, मेरा नाम शुभम है और मैं आगरा से हूँ. तो जब भी आप किसी को शिद्दत से चाहते हो ना, तो भले ही चाहे वो इंसान हो, कोई सपना हो या कोई भी चीज़ हो, और अगर वो ना मिले तो बहुत दुख होता है। आप टूट जाते हो, मतलब पूरा जहाँ रूखा रूखा सा लगता है। ऐसा लगता है कि आपके मन में जो चल रहा है ना वो कोई समझ नहीं पाएगा। तो ऐसे ही किसी की एक उदास शाम चुरा कर मैंने ख्याल लिखा था कि कुछ शामें ऐसी भी होती हैं जहाँ मेरा कुछ नहीं होता। आंसू निकलने से पहले इजाज़त नहीं लेते, हंसी का नामो निशान नहीं होता। एक खलिश सी रहती है हवाओं में, अकेलापन खींच कर ले जाता है काली अंधेरी गुफाओं में। जब किसी का साथ होना गवारा नहीं होता, जज्बातों की बैसाखी नहीं होती, शब्दों का सहारा नहीं होता। जब टूट कर बिखर जाने का मन करता है, अपनों का साथ छोड़ जाने का दिल करता है। अपनों का साथ छोड़ देने का दिल करता है। जब खुद के होने पर सवाल उठने लगते हैं, रोने का मन तो करता है पर रोने पर भी मलाल उठने लगते हैं। आते हैं वो दिन भी जब इश्क की बातें कलंक सी लगती हैं, आते हैं वो दिन भी जब शामें मलंग सी लगती हैं। ठीक है, तो जाने से पहले एक ख्याल और था कि हम सब किसी न किसी से एक वक्त आता है जब प्यार करते हैं। जाकिर खान ने कहा था कि हर रिश्ते की उम्र होती है, पर उस रिश्ते में कभी कभी ऐसा होता है ना कि आप दुखी होते हो, आप हर्ट होते हो, आपको दुख होता है, पर आप उसको छोड़ नहीं पाते। आपके दोस्त बोलते हैं कि क्या वजह है, मतलब आप किस चीज़ के पीछे भाग रहे हो, तुम क्यों नहीं छोड़ पा रहे। तब एक ख्याल लिखा था कि वो एक पहेली सी है जिसे सुलझाना अभी बाकी है। उसके जज्बात जैसे किसी डब्बे में बंद हैं जिनका खुल जाना अभी बाकी है। मैंने देखे हैं वो जज्बात जिनके आगे सारा जहां बेमानी है। एक बार देख लोगे तो खो जाओगे, उसकी हंसी इतनी रूहानी है। हर छोटी बात पर मुंह फुला लेती है, माना थोड़ी नकचढ़ी है, पर इस बात से भी कैसे इनकार करूं कि यारों वो प्यारी बड़ी है। किसी बच्चे की पहली हंसी जैसे खूबसूरत है वो, सर्द रातों में ज़रूरी उस गर्माहट की ज़रूरत है वो। मैं जानता हूँ कितने राज कैद हैं उसके अंदर, उसे समझना जैसे समझना हो कोई समंदर। और समंदर को समझना इतना आसान नहीं होता, उसमें वक्त के साथ बहना पड़ता है। जब तूफ़ान उठे तो लहरों की मार को सहना पड़ता है, पर जब शांत हो तो उसकी खूबसूरती में सारा जहां डूब जाए। अब इन कुछ हंसी लम्हों के लिए कोई कैसे खुद को रोक पाए। जितना सुलझाने की कोशिश करो ये पहेली उतनी और उलझ जाती है, जितना समझने की कोशिश करो उतना और बदल जाती है, क्योंकि वो एक पहेली है जिसे सुलझाना अभी बाकी है। उसके जज्बात जैसे किसी डब्बे में बंद हैं जिनका खुल जाना अभी बाकी है। शुक्रिया।
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. One. For those of you who don't know this, we have a YouTube channel and we live stream the poetry open mics. So right now it's already live streaming it. So whenever the event gets over, you can go on YouTube, go on Habitat Studios, and you can find the link to today's open mic. Then you can download it and you can use it for your social media. Please do give credit. It's I can't emphasize enough on how much hard work the team is doing to be able to put up a show like this. I just feel like that's the most basic way you're trying to like show us back that respect, or show the people working that respect, that kind of space, that hey, you worked on this, we worked on this together, and this is just my approach of doing this. So please do give credit to the space, to the people working on it. I think it's very important. Photos you will get in 3 to 4 to 5 working days, please. We have gotten calls next day, same night. Like it's very, very hard to make sense. I've got a call at 6 in the morning, dude. I didn't know who this person was. I swear to God, I got a call at 6 in the morning and I'm a freelancer, so I'm hopeful. So I thought कि सुबह 6 बजे किसको याद आया होगा यार काम देने के लिए, तो I'm like क्या cool, I'm ready. So I picked up. That person without saying anything was, where are my photos from the poetry open mic? It's very hard, okay? So like we have a lot of events, and 100% we've taken pictures of yours, each one of you. So you'll all get it in a drive link on your Instagram in 3 to 4 or 5 working days maximum. नहीं हुआ तो 1 हफ्ते में, but मिल जाएगा. You know, don't worry about it, because a lot of people start getting stressed. And we'll give you photos, don't worry. बस इतना ही है. I'll call the next person. Come back, have a conversation. Yeah. Again, next person is a first-time performer. Can we please have Nihal? Till he comes on stage. Keep clapping till he comes on stage.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, nervous. Thank you so much for having me here, guys. So, my next piece is about that moment. वो पल जिसमें आपका जुनून हद पार कर देता है. आपका रिलेशनशिप मतलब ऑलमोस्ट ख़त्म होने की एंड पे आता है एंड आप बोलते हो कि ये लास्ट फाइट, बस अपने अलग अलग बैटल्स होते हैं सबके लाइफ में, अपने रिलेशनशिप में, सबकी लव स्टोरीज में. तो एक लास्ट फाइट होती है जिसमें आप बोलते हो कि यार बस सब सरहदें पार कर दें. साथ ना हो मेरे तू, आगे कैसे मैं बढ़ जाऊँ, दुनिया बनाने तुझको मेरी, दुनिया से ही लड़ जाऊँगा मैं. लड़ जाऊँ तेरे यारों से, उनकी बहकाने वाली बातों से, बनते जो चौकीदार दिल के तेरे, परते खाली नुमाइंदे. लड़ जाऊँगा मैं. लड़ जाऊँ तेरे सपनों से, तुझे लगाए जो पर बाशिंदों के, जो समय को अपने बाटे है 10:30-11 घंटों से. लड़ जाऊँगा मैं. पहले नमन करूँ तेरे माता पिता को, जिन्होंने लाड़ प्यार से पाला. फिर लड़ जाऊँ तीक्ष्ण सवालों से उनके, जिन्होंने काबिलियत को मेरी तोला. लड़ जाऊँगा मैं. लड़ जाऊँ इस जवानी से ना, इस पूरी जिंदगानी से, जो उम्र कैद में बांधे मेरे इश्क की रवानी को. बेरुखी ही काफ़ी तेरी, दहकाने ऐसी जवानी को. फिर भस्म होकर अंकुरित हो जाऊँ इसी जन्म में मैं, तेरी संतान, वो प्रेम गान या पालतू श्वान के रूप में. क्योंकि इनको ही तू चाहेगी अपने पूरे सद्भाव से, निष्पक्षता की नज़रों से, निस्वार्थ तेरे आंचल में. लड़ जाऊँगा मैं. लड़ जाऊँगा मैं सत्य सत्य के इस माया जाल से, जो करता धरता है हमारे, डरूं ना उनके ललकार से. फिर आए कोई त्रिशूल, सुदर्शन या ब्रह्मास्त्रधारी भी, ढाल बना लूँ प्रेम को अपने और जुनून को तलवार ही. लड़ जाऊँगा मैं. यार काफ़ी इंटेंस हो गया. काफ़ी इंटेंस. त्रिदेव बी लाइक यार ठंडा ले ब्रो, ठंडा ले थोड़ा सा. Like give this guy a cup of reality check now. लड़ पाया ना अश्कों से तेरे, जो जलतल करते मेरे दिल को, परायों में उपकार ढूंढते हैं और मुझ में सिर्फ तिरस्कार को. लड़ पाया ना सवालों से तेरे, कर देते मुझको स्तब्ध जो, प्रति उत्तर देता जज्बात पिरोकर, पर विफल थे सारे शब्द वो. लड़ पाया ना तेरी खता से, तेरे अहंकार से, तेरी जफा से. लड़ पाया ना मैं. एक पल था हुंकार जिसमें ब्रह्मांड को तेरी खातिर, और एक जिंदगी है जो तुझे पाने के लिए तुझसे ही लड़के बितानी है, तुझसे ही लड़के बितानी है. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One, please. Thank you. Genuinely tell me, should we call the next person? Should we have a small, whatever discussion, conversation? No one's going to say anything. I only have to take a call, which is why I'm asking you. Okay. Sports day. What is that like? Any of you won medals? I'm sure a lot of people have won medals, man. Come on, let's shine some. Yes, please. What for what? What medals for? Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I thought you were going to say something more. After athletics, running. Okay. What? What? Was it the sack wala? Sack? No. Oh, okay. Yeah, because, yes. Lemon, yeah.
I would always win that.
Yeah, always. Dude, it's very hard, dude.
Yeah, and nothing else. I was very bad at running and relay and everything, but that is why I went to sports day for.
Yeah. Come on, man. It's the food. It's the freedom to like run around, literally run around, and also like this. Some specific activities that we have. Anyone else killed it in life? Yes.
So I've won 3 years straight relay race.
Wow. What meters? Like how far long was it? Sweet, man. That's really good. 400 is a little hard to like, it's fun. Yes.
I've not done something which gives you a medal, but it's a funny or a tragic story.
Yeah.
I fell down to the third floor to the ground floor.
Like on sports day or generally? Oh, okay. This is escalated कि अलग ही sports चल रहा है ये. Extreme sports day in school. Yes, sir.
It was one of the old types Christian schools where the steps were like in circles, third floor, second floor, first floor. So it was the last period and it was a sports period or something, and we were supposed to take our bags and then go from the third floor to the ground floor for the sports and then leave from there.
Yeah.
So like every other kid, I also like the bag was behind. So we used to be half outside, half inside, and just like twirl and go like this.
Oh, okay. Now I see it.
Came out. So this head was like, I'm alive.
Wow. Do you have any recollection of it? Like, do you remember seeing like a POV of you just like falling down? No. Okay. Sometimes when you have accidents, you have POV, like special camera in your head, which is just show you how you were falling down. Like, it's the worst thing. Oh, shit, man. Wow. Okay. Not this extreme sports. Any other extreme, any other sports, any other medal, anything else? Track? Okay, track events. Makes sense. Did anyone have like, yes.
So I used to find the slow cycling race very funny. And
What? What? There is a race. One second. There is a race for slow cycling. That's like traveling in Bombay traffic, dude. That's like slow cycling race every day.
So I
Yeah.
didn't see the point of it, but then I did participate. I won like I 10 seconds.
Now you see the point of it.
I didn't see the point of it. But I was so stupid. I used to
Yeah.
like literally slowing down the cycle and going on.
So, one second. So you just have to, like,
You have to be the slowest in that race.
Yeah.
what if you go off balance and fall off? Is that counted as like? No, I'm saying when you're balancing also, when you're slow also, you could, like, it could not balance. Oh, you're out of the race. Oh, then it's, that's similar to like the spoon and the lemon. If lemon falls, then you're out of the race. Okay. But you won in that. What is the technique? How are you slower than the others? This is the first time I'll ask someone that. And they'll ask, like, how are you slower than the others and won something? That's nice.
Cycling, so I could like really.
You could balance and be like, I'll show you what I got. That's nice.
What you do is you reverse a bit, because I also done
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
and you keep reversing for every time you actually go a little bit
So
ahead.
you paddle up
Yeah.
front and then go back.
Wow, man, you guys had tricks, hacks. Wow, for slow cycling, I can't get over slow cycling race. I think my school, like, kids would not take it seriously. They would just laugh and be like, no, we're not. You're kidding, right? You're kidding. You want a normal race. They're like, no. A slow cycling race. Like, nahi karna humko. But same as you, I think you guys, you all specifically actually. The last time I won a medal, okay, wasn't like second or third standard for frog jumping, guys. I made it in life. I couldn't jump normal as humans, but I won better in frog jump. Imagine in Olympics someday they're like, next event is the frog jump, and then like, that would be my only point. But it was the best time in my life. My frog jump, I have a photo of me with like a medal holding like this. That's the last time. After that, it was only C's, no A's. But it was really fun. We had good sports day. At least in the first school I had was a very much better, nicer, bigger school day. A sports day, because we would have it in the school because the campus allowed us to have grounds. We had 5 grounds in the first school. My second school had the ground जिसके ऊपर ही वो swimming pool बनने वाला था. But बना नहीं, तो they kept buses. Like buses would be parked there. So you can't even play there. And it's so bad because the second school was next to a gutter. तो एक बार हम लोग स्कूल के प्रेमिसेस में फुटबॉल खेल रहे थे, तो किसी ने मार दिया, तो फुटबॉल गया गटर में, खत्म. No other day we got to play football because we only had one ball in the school, which was kicked by someone, and it's over. So we would then they got a smaller ball, which we would play in the basement, which is so dusty. and you're literally just kicking dust more than kicking the ball on each other's face. That's all we did for PTA. PTA was very bad. But sports day, second school had to hire a ground because we didn't have that many resources. First school was beautiful. They had it in the school, that 5 grounds, multiple, like cool things are happening. And yeah, they were just, sports, the first school was good. Which, like, how are you guys with sports? How many of you were into sports in school? Give me a cheer. Give me a cheer. Anything major? Did someone do anything national level, crazy? नहीं? See, है कोई कुछ है? Yes. Badminton, that's really cool. Do you still play it now? Please यार ऐसा मत करो यार. I've met so many of my friends, dude, who like 8, 9, 10th or like much early were like crazy at something. But the 10th is the worst. I feel like 10th is the place where, dreamers will stop dreaming. And then 11th onwards, you either do academics or you forget that part of you. But I feel like a lot of people have lost out on that. But good job. That's really cool.
स्कूल में हम लोग स्पोर्ट्स नहीं खेलते थे मेरे दोस्त, और हमने अपना स्पोर्ट्स अलग बनाया हुआ था. जो लेमन होती थी ना, हम लोग स्कूल के बाद कंकड़ लेकर आते थे लेमन.
That's a nice, that's still a life skill. हाँ, but still life skill. You learn something out of it. हमारे में डस्ट धूल ही था यार और कुछ नहीं था. Anyone else? State level, national level? Yes.
So, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but I was in YMCA, so it's
Okay. Yeah.
they have this annual competition basically. So the game or the sport basically was like carry and run. So let's say if I'm here and halfway through there's always a girl standing in front of all the boys. So you have to carry them and then you have to run.
Okay.
And halfway through we have to run and the other halfway through we'll have to carry. And in that I won a gold by the way.
Wow. Okay. First of all, this being a sport is a little like, I have too many questions in my head right now.
It's a bit fancy one to be honest.
It is, yeah. Especially YMCA, I didn't expect this. I thought they only had like badminton courts and like swimming pools and like volleyball ground. How did you take the approach when you first heard this? When you heard this thing?
Excited.
Yeah?
They're teaching you to pick up girls, right? Yeah, kind of.
No, guys, I don't. Okay.
I have only seen in Riverdale.
Okay. We're talking about sports. This went extreme sports again. Okay. Sir, you have any other story of you falling down from the 3rd floor? Let's just go back to that. Okay. Yeah. This is just, This is POV. Okay. My head is just exploding. I don't even know what. I have so many questions. Okay, we'll do this later. It's fine. We'll come back. Okay, we'll do this. We have a few performers. Keep the energy. Please keep the energy going. Can you please have Satyan? क्या हो गया? ऐसे क्या हो गया? Suddenly, collectively, everyone's like, no, let's not clap. A little more light. Come on.
Thank you. So I generally write about प्यार मोहब्बत इश्क, पर आज थोड़ा अलग सब्जेक्ट लेके आया हूँ. अभी 2 दिन पहले एक न्यूज़ आई थी कि बंगाल में किसी घर से इतने पैसे मिले हैं कि वो रख नहीं पा रहे थे. तो उस पर कुछ लिखा है, सुनाना चाहता हूँ. आजकल की बात है, हर जगह आंदोलन दिखता है ना. तो ये कविता किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी, किसी समुदाय, किसी स्पेसिफिक केंद्र सरकार, राज्य सरकार से जोड़ के ना देखा जाए, पहले ही बता देना चाहता हूँ. आक्रोश है मन जन जन में, हर ओर क्रांति लहर है. उमड़ा है जन सैलाब यूं, क्या गांव क्या शहर है. जूं रेंगती फिर भी नहीं कानों में क्यों नेत्र खोले सो रही सरकार है. बैठा कोई भूखा वहां उसोर है, सरकार पर माने ना भ्रष्टाचार है. ये सरकार का वर्जन है. अब सरकार बोलती है आम आदमी से, तुम जी रहे या मर रहे मुझको है क्या, जो हो रहा तुझको है क्या. क्यों तू बना फिरता यहां सरकार है, कानून है निपटेगा जो भ्रष्टाचार है. कर वो जो तू करता रहा, जीता रहा मरता रहा, मुख खोलना कुछ बोलना, विष जन में तू यूं घोलना. तू कौन है, तुझे क्या पड़ी दरकार है, ये देखने को ही तो सरकार है. काला है धन या श्वेत है, काला है धन या श्वेत है, मुट्ठी से फिसली रेत है, जो गिर गई तो फिर गई, वापस कहाँ आएगी वो, क्यों चीखता तू फिर यहाँ बेकार है, रंगने को धन जब बैठी यहाँ सरकार है। और अभी कुछ दिनों पहले हिंदी दिवस था, आई डोंट नो, कुछ महीनों पहले, तो मुझे हिंदी बड़ी प्रिय है, तो मैंने हिंदी के ऊपर कुछ लिखा था, क्योंकि कई बार हिंदी दिवस के दिन लोग आ जाते हैं हैप्पी हिंदी दिवस बोलने, बट वो हमेशा इंग्लिश में ही बात करते हैं। तो मैंने लिखा था कि हाय हेलो और थैंक यू के बीच कहीं फंसी हुई मेरी प्यारी हिंदी, बेचारी हिंदी, आज कुछ महक सी रही है, इंस्टा और ट्विटर के टैग्स के बीच चहक सी रही है। चलो एक दिन को सही इसका जिक्र तो है, इसके होने ना होने का कुछ लोगों को फिक्र तो है। एंग्लो और इंडियन के बीच दबी हुई अपने ही लोगों से हारी हिंदी, चलो आज थोड़ी खुश तो है मेरी प्यारी हिंदी, बेचारी हिंदी, कल फिर से हिंदी विभाग के दस्तावेजों में बंद हो जाएगी, इंग्लिश के बीच बीच में रह रह कर नजर आएगी, हिंदी नहीं हिंग्लिश कहलाएगी, मेरी तुम्हारी हमारी हिंदी, अपने होने का वजूद तलाशती बेचारी हिंदी। और ये आखिरी कविता है। कभी कभी मैं सोचता हूँ कि वापस आदम जमाने में चला जाऊं, तो ये उसके ऊपर ही है। चलो फिर से आदम हो जाएं, तोड़कर महलों को जंगल को जाएं, ना कोई रिश्ता हो ना हो कोई आबरू, ना कोई ख्वाब रहे ना कोई रुआब रहे, ना गमजदा हो ना ही दिल टूटे, ना कोई अपना हो ना ही कोई रूठे, खुद ही से तंग होकर खुद ही को मनाएं, चलो फिर से आदम हो जाएं। जमी पर ना लकीरें हो ना अलग अलग तकदीरें हो, ना मुफलिसी का डर हो ना रईसी में गुजर हो, ना खो करके रोएं ना पाकर मुस्कुराएं, कल को कुछ ना रखें आज ही को खाएं, चलो फिर से आदम हो जाएं। ना किसी के जाने का गम हो ना किसी के आने की खुशी, तन्हाई से रूबरू भी हो पर तन्हाई का इल्म ना हो, ना मेहरबानी हो किसी पर ना किसी पर कोई जुल्म हो, ना ज़बां की समझ हो ना लफ्ज़ों से चोट खाएं, चलो फिर से आदम हो जाएं। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
You know what to do, you know what to do, you know what to do. Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure listening to you. It's very nice, dude. I really like, I loved hanging out with writers. Because you can always talk in metaphors and people will just get exactly what you're saying. Otherwise, people are just like, what? Why did you bring a river into this? Or why did you bring like air into this? It's so weird to have conversations. Sometimes I'm just talking to like people and I just say random metaphors and I'm like, get it. And they just look at me and they're like, no, how did this connect happen? Versus with the writer where you'll receive another metaphor back and you're like, oh, that's like layers of so many things. I love it. Because I believe like, you know, we could all sit in this room and talk about like mic stand or stage and all of us will still write about different things, and that's what it's beautiful. That perspective is so nice. We all do the same thing essentially, but because of our eyes and brain, body, world, we see such different things, and it's nice. It's really nice to have listened to so many things. So yeah, how many of you, give me a cheer. How many of you are just audience members? Give me a cheer. Can we all please clap for them? Loudly, man, come on. We can keep doing this all day, but if there's no audience to listen to us, हम लोग एक दूसरे को सुनाते रहेंगे. So it's nice to have people to actually come, take out time and listen to this. Okay. Okay, cool. We have about like 7-8 people. So please keep the energy, okay? We'll call the next person. चलो यार, थोड़ा crazy हो जाए यार. Can we please have Swastika? She's coming all the way from back, guys.
हेलो. मतलब वहाँ तक सब कुछ पता होता है कि क्या करना है, यहाँ पर आने के बाद ना भूल जाते कि क्या करने आए हो, क्या बोलने आए हो. सो मैं भी बम्बई शिफ्ट हो गई हूँ फाइनली. यार बड़ा मुश्किल है मुंबई में ना घर ढूंढना. तो अभी मतलब बहुत सारी बातें होती है कहने को. मैं परफॉर्म करती हूँ, मैं लिखती हूँ, बट एक ये स्टेज ही होता है जो सच में स्टेज इज माई रियल हैबिट है, यहाँ पे हम लोग हो सकते हैं, हम खुद की बातें बोलते हैं और सब कुछ। तो मैंने भी एक ऐसी ही एक कन्वर्सेशन लिखी है मेरी और किसी की जो मुझसे बातें करता है। तो जस्ट ट्रायल एंड एरर में देखते हैं आपको कितना टच करता है, कितना अच्छा लगता है। सो आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग आउट। जब दिल की बातें दिल में ही रह जाती है, जो कहना था नहीं वो बात निकल जाती है। जब होते हैं संग यार सभी पर याद उसी की रहती है। जब होता होता काम कोई यूं ही रुक जाता है। जब बारिश की बूंदों में बस यार नज़र वो आता है। जब मिलते मिलाते नंबर कोई हाथ वहीं रुक जाता है। जब रोते रोते कैसे कोई रात गुजर जाती है। जब चार दीवारें पंखे और अलमारी हर करवट पे नज़र आती है। तब एक आवाज़ नज़र आती है, उठाती है मुझको और दूर कहीं ले जाती है। वो मुझसे बात करती है, सवाल करती है, क्यों चाहिए बस साथ उसी का जो साथ तेरे है नहीं। क्यों चाहिए बस साथ उसी का जो साथ तेरे है नहीं। जो साथ हैं तेरे तो फिर तू पास उनके क्यों नहीं। अब क्या कहूँ उसे, कैसे कहूँ मैं तुझको ये, क्या था वो शख्स मेरे लिए। उसका ना होना कितना खलता है, कोई याद सहारे कितना जिए। वो दिन भर की कहानी थी जिसको बतानी। वो बस पूछ ले गर हाल तो सारी परेशानी थी खुद ब खुद मिट जानी। वो जिसके होने से लगता था ये सारा जहां है बस अपना ही यहाँ। वो जो इश्क मोहब्बत से भी परे था, वो घर था मेरा अब जाने कहाँ है। मिलेगा तुझे वो तो बता देना उसको। तेरी इंतज़ार में है बैठा कोई रास्ता ताकि तेरी आहट सुनने को कोई बेकरार है कब से। तू नहीं भी है फिर भी लगता यहीं कहीं कुछ बातें थी कहनी जो कहीं नहीं कभी। एक दफ़ा ही सही फिर से छूना है तुझको, ये जाके तू बस बता देना उनको। फिर वो कहता है कि क्यों आने जाने वालों के तूने है ज़ख्म संभाले। क्यों आने जाने वालों के तूने है ज़ख्म संभाले। वक्त भर देता है सब, तू क्यों उन्हें कुरे दे। गर वो इश्क मोहब्बत से भी परे है तो बस खुदा है वो जो सब में बसे है। निगाहों को तू अपने घुमा ले ज़रा, तू किसी को मोहब्बत जीते जी भी जता। क्यों इतने गमों के तूने है बोझ उठाए। ये जो भी हुआ है वो सब लिखा, तो क्यों लिखे से भागना चाहे। ऐसे कैसे लिखा मैं ये सब मान लूँ, जो पल भर के लिए अपना लगे फिर सब कुछ एक सपना लगे। क्या हकीकत क्या माया इन सब के खेल से मुझको कौन रिहा करे। मैं खुद के काबिल भी हो पाऊँ नहीं, जो होना चाहूँ वो दिख पाऊँ नहीं। सब मुझको बेहतर लगते हैं एक मैं जो खुद को भी समझ पाऊँ नहीं। जिंदगी अगर आ जाए समझ तो फिर समझना क्या। सब हो जाए अगर हासिल तो फिर चाहना क्या। जो सवाल तेरे दुश्मन बने तो क्यों उनसे है भागता। झाँक ले तो खुद के अंदर ही हर हल तेरे अंदर छुपा। झाँक ले तो खुद के अंदर ही हर हल। ये इनकम्प्लीट सी है, मैं बस ट्राई कर रही हूँ कि अभी कितना। तो एक अज़्म एहसास सबका एक शेर है ना कि एक वजाहत के लम्हों में मुझ पर ये अहवाल खुला। कितनी मुश्किल पेश आती है अपना हाल बताने में। सो दैट्स द थिंग कि अभी चल रही है लिखना, इसे बंद नहीं किया। एंड थैंक यू सो मच इतना अच्छे से सुनने के लिए। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you so much. But I feel like that's the point of the open mic, that you are trying out stuff and you're just seeing how people react. So thank you so much for sharing and for being here. Can we one more time? Yeah. Before I continue, how are your school picnics? Did you guys go to any fancy place? Anyone went to a fancy place for school picnic? Yeah, where? Oh, wow. Whoa. Anyone else? No? Normal picnic, resort, वही चल रहा है कि कुछ और था? गार्डन, अच्छा वही।
हम एक नदी के किनारे जाते थे जहाँ स्पॉट भी फिक्स रहता था।
अच्छा, सेम जगह एवरी ईयर सब बैचेस को, सब स्टूडेंट्स को, सब अच्छा, वाओ। बट अच्छा था क्या? लाइक वाज इट फन? कामिंग? नाइस। वेयर इज दिस?
झारखंड।
ओके। That's nice. No? I was from Bangalore, so we just went to resorts. First school took us to nice fancy resorts again. First school was very nice school. Second school was उनका खुद का farm house था, which is very underdeveloped. And you know how in summer camps you have in summer vacation? So in that, basically, you would go to the same place, and the farmhouse was divided into few halves. वो same ही ground पे cricket का practice था, और 2 घंटे बाद same ही ground पे football का practice है. And that too, there is no pitch or anything. There's just one round circle which they use at however they want. हाँ आज goal post इधर, हाँ ठीक है, वहाँ पे wicket लगाना, हाँ ठीक है, कर देंगे. And that's what they did. They didn't have a pool. So, and they had a small like pool kind of a thing. So they were like, इधर आके swimming pool सीखो तुम. It was very bad. Second school तो बहुत दिख रहा था. First school was proper resort. Just go to a resort, you know. Kids just running around. That's it. Eating like chips packet because that's the one day you're allowed to bring like chips and shit. But yeah, so but you all went to picnic, right? School picnic, almost everyone's been there. So it is the same old resort. It is that only, right? Okay, cool. Any specific festivals that your school celebrated? Anything like that? Mera convent tha, so Christmas was like the biggest deal. Yeah, Christmas was the big. Yeah. So what would happen on a day like that?
We'd have like other schools participate on that day.
Oh, okay. So you're small. You have things around Hindi, which could be either elocution, competition, different things. Okay, that's interesting. Anything else? Any other major festival that your school celebrated by any chance? Chill. हाँ वो तो करना पड़ता है. You can't be like. Drama on 15th August. Oh, okay. Yeah, those are to given only. 15th August, तो वो सब तो January 26th, 15th August, those were to like given only. But were you guys called to school or was it a chutti? Because those were the best days. Oh. Okay. I mean, I respect my nation and all. So I used to also teach kids for 2 years. When I first came to Bombay, I used to teach kids in Teach. If you guys have heard of Teach for India, my school was in Goregaon, and I used to teach grade 2 and 3. And what I've realized, I mean, I'm talking about holidays. What I've realized with us while growing up, or these children, or any children in general, you could come and tell them any reason. You know, like कि कल ये हो रहा है, इसकी वजह से स्कूल बंद है. They will not give a fuck about what's happening. You could say, बाढ़ आ रही है बाहर, इसलिए स्कूल नहीं. They're like, yeah, छुट्टी. Once I remember, it is someone's Jayanti, okay? I was teaching these kids. It was someone's Jayanti. I had to go tell them, कल छुट्टी है. And this is the last period of the day. That was also joy, right? एक तो तुमको पता है कल छुट्टी है तो excitement है. But when you get to know on the last period today that you don't have to come tomorrow, that's like a whole other like revolution. So I've gone into class and my principal is like, hey, go tell children, ये जयंती है ऐसा कुछ, तो कल छुट्टी है. It's a serious thing, remembering someone. So I go to class. Yeah, I go to class and I'm like, before I could even say the reason, I just said tomorrow is a holiday because they're like, yay! I'm like, guys, wait 1 second, let's just have a discussion. No one gave a fuck. Even in my school, when we were growing up, no one cared only. The minute they say holiday, people want to run. They're like, I don't want any association with this school whatsoever. For the next 48 hours, I don't want to be around these people. It's really bad. So yeah, I think it is a good time to have holidays like that. Also, Bombay, for whoever studied in Bombay, I think Bombay, you guys had a lot more holidays than any other city. मतलब मेरे को इतना नहीं पता है. I'm trying to discover, but how much Teach for India, I've done research or whatever, I understood how much I've studied in Bangalore. I've realized Bombay has highest number of chutti. So 15th August is I think 16th August is Parsi New Year if I'm not wrong. And our schools would give that a chutti. So like 15th, 16th, all of that, even if it's a working day, like a weekday, it would still be a holiday every year. And Bombay had the highest number of holidays. It's crazy. Because literally one festival gets over, something else comes. Like in Bangalore, Ganesh Chaturthi is 3 days maximum. It was like a long weekend, then 3 days or like 4 days. When I came here, I was like, bro, this is mental. This is like weeks and weeks. If you enter one lane, they're dancing there. You enter one lane, one more Ganpati is there. You go on. Beautiful, dude. I loved it. I actually loved it. So that's one of the sides to it, which I discovered that people studying in Bombay versus people. How many of you studied in Bombay? Give me a cheer. You guys had afternoon school, morning school concept, right? Again, that's a very Bombay thing. Any other city had that afternoon school? No, because we had less students. We had less population in the city for us to function in one school time, 8 to 4 or 8 to 3. Bombay, I didn't know that this was like 7 to 11 is one school, 7 to 12. and 1 to 6 is another school. So there's morning school, there's afternoon school. It's the same batch, same school, different students coming in. Because there's so many students, it is bizarre, dude, to think of it. Because Bombay schools are like every other college. You know, like how it only has 4 hours of school. That's it. We all have like 8 hours, which is very hectic. Okay, ho gaya. General knowledge. ठीक है. Next person is a first time performer. You know what to do. If I get the name wrong, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Okay, yeah, you can do this. Go my. Can you please have Shami? Did I say it right? No, okay, sorry. Let me know. What happened?
Yeah, I guess. Hi. I'm Shaimi Shah. I am sure that everyone has heard or craved for that moment and help me with this dialogue. अगर किसी चीज़ को पूरे दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात तुम्हें उन्हें मिलाने में लग जाती है. Becomes true for you. So yes, that happened with me recently. And this is a story about it. It is written in free verse. And listen carefully, it is for someone who is sitting amongst us. It is for someone special. Here I go. It was a casual Friday night. I'd been waiting all day to find if you would reply to my text and be willing to meet me in the weekend. I still remember the first time I saw you, simply dressed in a striped t-shirt and black pants, smiling and greeting everyone you met. Obvious as it is, I followed you on Instagram right away, harmlessly stalking you for a few days. No, I wasn't going to bombard you with messages. I didn't have enough courage. I kept checking your profile time and again to see how you were doing. You were a few years older, but that's what made you more interesting. I had told a couple of friends about you. They encouraged me to make the first move. It was time to push away my fear. It was the only way I could get any closer. I saw one of your latest posts and found that you were going to be attending an event happening in this town this coming Sunday evening. So I began planning how I could be in the same place at the same time. I decided to take a charge of my destiny. But what if it didn't mean anything? What if all the efforts I make simply go in vain? Now, here I was with the phone in my hand and a message that read that you had come across my profile and you were interested in meeting me and listen to my stories. With each passing minute, my breath got heavier. I couldn't contain my excitement anymore. I began writing down everything I felt, wondering what must have even led you to come across my page. Was it that video I put up the other day, performing poetry in front of an audience? I kept picturing our first meet. I couldn't sleep at night. I was so anxious. How would I feel in your presence? Would you be able to accept me the way I am? Or would you compel me to change like everyone else? What would I say to you? Would I be able to express myself? Or would I simply freeze in silence? What if I didn't make the right impression? Would you be willing to meet me again? I guess sometimes we just have to take a leap into the unknown and see what is waiting for us at the other end. I kept worrying about what I should wear. Should it be casual or formal? Should I wear that outfit I had saved for so long with those earrings that are a perfect match? Maybe if I keep anticipating from now, that moment wouldn't remain so special. So many questions waiting to be answered, so many mysteries I was hoping to unravel. The most important story I was interested in was to know who you were when no one was looking. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to follow my heart without worrying much about it. I felt so relieved when I saw you today. You just looked the same as you did back then. I'm so glad I wore this today. Look at us. We're a perfect match. I had told the universe months ago to find a way to make us meet, and now it whispered back to me. I got you that spot at the Habitat. Your wait is over, and your wish has been granted. I've truly admired the work you did when very few understood our community's needs. But you put your heart and soul in making sure many of us get a space to work, learn, and grow. You met everyone with such ease. All they wanted was to share their stories. A keen listener to many who made us laugh and made us cry, sometimes think about the same thing twice. But most of all, I would like to take a chance and thank you for reminding us for the need to feel. Thank you.
What happened, guys? Why did you stop? Such a bad way to keep clapping again is to be like, why? What happened? Like, am I supposed to clap more? Okay. Two things, okay? I have to do two things. One is we've started this new cloud kitchen called Habitat Canteen. Wherever you are in Bombay, you can avail different food. You can see all the menus right there. Please feel free to order if you feel like. Since we have some more time, we have 5-6 performers. We have some more time. Please feel free to order. What I would recommend on the menu is everything. I'm a vegetarian, but I recommend every single thing. God, man, it's beautiful. So please eat that. Second, what I have here, I don't know if some of you who come to open mics before know this, but this is a roach. Well, you know what a roach is? A piece of paper. Can't do anything with this. It's not like it's used for arts and crafts. So this is my art and craft, okay? So I still do, but my typewriter isn't working. But I used to typewrite on roaches before. I still do it, but the typewriter is going to get fixed at some point. Right now, it's more on handwritten basis because I was like, kuch to kar leta hu. If I can't typewrite, I'll handwrite it. So there are some handwritten roaches that you can take with you when you're leaving the open mic. I will leave this box somewhere there, somewhere around there after the open mic. Please do collect it. There are some random things, not random things, nice things written. I realized right after I said it that it's not random. Yeah. Like this one says, "Waqt do, sab theek ho jayega," but it's says it in caps. I wanted to shout, but I couldn't. One says, "Let it all work out." The other one says also, "Let it all work out," because there are similar ones, So there are a lot of them in this. So please collect this before you go. I also have another question to ask. I do stories. I've started doing stories. I started doing poetry like 5 years back, but I realized that stories is more of my calling than poetry is poetry. I'm trying to write a poem. Someday I hope I'll be able to write a poem, but stories is something I do. If I do like a show where I'm just narrating stories, would any of you be interested in coming? There's no pressure. You don't have to say yes now because I've asked you. But I'm just asking. So if you are interested, after the open mic, I also have a QR code with me, which has like a Google form. Just fill that form up so that I just have your basic information, like a mail ID or Instagram, where I can reach out and let you know if I'm doing something. And I am doing something coming very soon with other people. Hopefully, if we can make that work, or I will do it by myself. But I'm really excited to do this, and if you guys are on board, I think it's a great journey to have. And today also you guys have been like beautiful. Honestly, I'm not just saying it because I have to. I mean it. I genuinely mean it. Oh God, why suddenly there's disbelief in the audience? The audience is in disbelief looking at the host. Sometimes I like going quiet and just seeing how audience react because it's fun. Hope you guys are having a good time. Okay. I call the next person? Okay. Can we please have Krish? All the way from here. Keep clapping till he comes on stage. All of you.
Thank you. Hi. So, one thing I should say before I start is that I have an obsession with sadness. And most of my poems are a little heavy. So, कुछ शेर है और फिर एक गज़ल है. तो पहला यही है कि इस उदासी ने मुकम्मल किया है हमें. इस उदासी ने मुकम्मल किया है हमें, ये जो भटक भटक के ढूंढ रहे थे खुद को हम. और एक है कि नमी सी है कुछ आँखों में, नमी सी है कुछ आँखों में, ये नुमाइश कहाँ सभी के लिए है. नमी सी है कुछ आँखों में, ये नुमाइश कहाँ सभी के लिए है. जहन में उदासी और चेहरे पे मुस्कान, जहन में उदासी और चेहरे पे मुस्कान, ये बेशिकन पेशानी ही जहाँ के लिए है. यह भी लिखा है कि यादों के कफस में कैद हैं, कफस एज इन सेल, यादों के कफस में कैद हैं, हम भी कैसे मैखाने में कैद हैं, यादों के कफस में कैद हैं, हम भी कैसे मैखाने में कैद हैं, छोड़ के भी जाना हो तो जाएं कैसे, छोड़ के भी जाना हो तो जाएं कैसे, हम खुदी के पहचान में कैद हैं। ये आखिरी शेर और फिर एक गज़ल। हुस्न के बाग में कांटे ढूंढते हैं, हुस्न के बाग में कांटे ढूंढते हैं, हम लिख सकें ऐसी बातें ढूंढते हैं। बहुत हो गई इश्क और महताब की बातें, बहुत हो गई इश्क और महताब की बातें, हम टूटे हुए दिल में आहटें ढूंढते हैं। और ये आखिरी गज़ल है कि कोई बताए कि किस गली जाएं, कोई बताए कि किस गली जाएं, ये भटके हुए मुसाफिर को घर की तलाश है। बोझ बन गई हैं अब ख्वाहिशें सारी, बोझ बन गई हैं अब ख्वाहिशें सारी, बस एक रात की नींद और कुछ सुकून की तलाश है। अपनी आरजुओं को दामन में छुपा रखा है, अपनी आरजुओं को दामन में छुपा रखा है, ये दिल को न जाने क्यों दर्द की तलाश है। ये शब्द भी रुस्वा है मुझसे आज, ये शब्द भी रुस्वा है मुझसे आज, इनको भी लम्हात के एहसास की तलाश है। तकदीर से टकराना है मुकद्दर मेरा, तकदीर से टकराना है मुकद्दर मेरा, ज़िंदगी को मुकम्मल बनने की तलाश है। और ये आखिरी शेर है कि गुज़र रहे हैं दिन आजकल, गुज़र रहे हैं दिन आजकल, जीने के लिए अब बस कुछ आस की तलाश है। थैंक यू। I have a minute left. I can do more. This one is about why I write. This goes like यूं ही कुछ लिख देता हूँ, यूं ही कुछ लिख देता हूँ, अपने विचारों को आवाज़ दे देता हूँ। तन्हाई का साथ जब होता है तब यूं ही कुछ लिख देता हूँ। लिखता हूँ मैं कुछ बात, वो जज्बात जो होठों तक कभी आए ही नहीं, अंदर दबे हुए ये खलते हैं मुझे, ये विचार जो ठहरते ही नहीं। लिखता हूँ क्योंकि समझोगे नहीं इन गहराइयों को, इन गहराइयों में उतर के देखो, मेरे लिखे शब्द पढ़ के देखो। ये मेरे शब्द सहारा है मेरा मेरी तन्हाइयों में, इनसे हौसले मिलते हैं मुझे। हर बार इन तन्हाइयों से जूझता हूँ, जूझ कर निकल तो आता हूँ, पर हर बार अपने आप को कुछ कम पाता हूँ। अपना एक टुकड़ा गुम हुए देखता हूँ, फिर जो टुकड़ा खो गया उसे लिख कर अपने पास रखने की कोशिश करता हूँ। अपने आप में समेट कर खुद को पूरा करने की कोशिश करता हूँ, इसलिए कभी कभी कुछ शब्द लिख देता हूँ। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much. 3-4 people we have, but let's talk about this, dude. It's I think it's one of the most important subjects when we think of school. Okay, not that subject. Crushes. Yeah, I think that's the first time you ever in your life were like, what is this? और तुम्हारे दिमाग में ऐसे गाने चल रहे हैं और स्लो मोशन में सब चल रहा है. First, give me a cheer if you've had a crush. Give me, go mad, dude. Give me a cheer. Come on. A lot of hurt people. Okay. Now give me a cheer if it did work out with your crush in any way, in any form, like with if you guys had a relationship, or if you guys told each other what you feel, or if it worked out in any specific thing. Unless someone's here today who actually like school se date kar rahe aur abhi aisa kuch nahi hai na? Okay, no, I met people in like shows who have been dating like since school and stuff. It's really cool. So give me a cheer if it did work out between you and your crush. I'm not doing this as a joke. अरे नहीं यार लोग है. See, one person है. There are always 2-3 people. I'm not saying ऐसे नहीं यार. Yes, please, let's do this. You're the only one in this whole room.
So I was 3 or 4 years younger than him. I was in
Okay.
class. He was 12th class.
Yeah.
Senior था. So मुझे वो बस से जाते हुए देखता था तो मैंने कहा ये तो चला जाएगा स्कूल छोड़ के. मुझे ही जाके झापा मारना है. To tell him before that उसने अपना नंबर दिया था.
Oh.
और वो नंबर बस से कहीं उड़ गया. And then I found him after 4 to 5 years somewhere परचून का दुकान. मैंने कहा अच्छा उड़ गया.
Oh wow. But that's all you need, right? That's all you need in school. I see you in school, you see me in school. That's it. We don't need any other bases. Our teachers are the same. Our surrounding is the same. That's it. You don't need anything. It's so simple, dude. I love it. Right now, so much. Right now, this effort is important in knowing a person, in like being with them. But I just feel like life was simpler when you were in school. You're just like crush. That's it. Then both of you like everything feels so nice and flowery and fun. So you're the only one it worked on. No one else. Nothing. Yes.
Not exactly in school.
हाँ.
FYC फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ कॉलेज.
अच्छा.
एक्चुअली क्या हुआ था कि मेरा जो मेरा कॉलेज का फ्रेंड था उसने मुझे जस्ट एक बार ऐसे पूछ लिया था कि कोई लड़की पसंद आई क्या मतलब. तो एक्चुअली तभी मैं बहुत शाई और थोड़ा कभी किसी से बात नहीं करता था लड़की से और डरता था पता नहीं क्या था. आई डोंट नो. तो मैंने बोला रैंडमली बोला कि हाँ ये मुझे ठीक ठाक मतलब हाँ इस पे इंटरेस्ट है थोड़ा. फिर थोड़ा कुछ मंथ्स के बाद मुझे रियली मतलब उस पर क्रश आ गया. तो मैंने उसके बोला कि भाई अभी इससे बात करनी कैसे करूँ मुझे बता. तो जा डायरेक्टली जा बात कर ले. बोला नहीं होगा मुझसे. तो मैंने उसको बोला कि एक काम कर वो कैंटीन में जहाँ पे बैठती है ना वहाँ पे मैं बैठ जाता हूँ तू आ तो तू मुझे बर्थडे विश कर. तो शायद वो मुझे विश करते बात चल जाए. तो वो 10 लड़कों के और 10 फ्रेंड्स को लेके आया. सबको मुझे पार्टी देनी पड़ी दिखाने के लिए शॉप करने
Actual birthday.
हाँ तो खर्चा करवा दिया. फिर आफ्टर 5-6 years मैंने उसको बोला दैट कि है मुझे भी थोड़ा क्रश था तुझ पे ऐसा बट तभी बहुत लेट होगा.
अच्छा. अच्छा.
थोड़ा लेट हो गया.
अच्छा. वाओ.
बहुत लेट हो गया एक्चुअली.
सेकंड थॉट लेट तो हो गया था नहीं बहुत लेट हो गया यार अभी. ओह वाओ. मेरे को भी पहली बार 6th स्टैंडर्ड में व्हेन आई शिफ्टेड स्कूल्स तो क्या हुआ था. आई हैव अ यंगर ब्रदर. माय पेरेंट्स वर लाइक लाइफ इज नॉट चैलेंजिंग इनफ फॉर देम इन दिस बॉय स्कूल. लेट्स पुट देम इन अ कोएड स्कूल. Shift schools and let's see how they operate. So we shifted our schools. My brother and I moved. Now I already didn't know how to talk to people in the first school. Second school was even more difficult. And then there were new species of being that suddenly existed around, right? And like from the first day, teachers were like, you guys have to, because the guys were very, they were not behaving fine. The teachers were like, the girls will sit on either sides of the bench and the guys will sit in the middle. That's so scary. Like again, it was saying I couldn't talk. I didn't know how to make conversation or even do this. So it was very scary for me to do this. And in that zone, in that moment, I had a crush. First time in my life, I didn't know what crush meant. Initially I would just laugh at the word saying, what does crush mean? Like you like someone, that's crush. That's it. Like that's what it is. But I didn't know that, literally crush means getting crushed, over a period of time. Because for you, it still worked. For you also kind of like, there was interaction, there was conversation. With most people, it's like, how ek hai, sapna hai, bas ek. Yeah. And you know what's made it worse? Bollywood movies. Worst thing, man. Worst thing. Because I would have song sequences in my head when in reality there are no roses or violin or guitar or anything else. But in my head, when I saw her, when I would like see her in corridors or we would walk, the similar conversation, it was just so fascinating. But I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know. One told me ki first step is you go introduce yourself. Then you go do this. You go do that. I didn't know what to do. So I was like, you know what? Let it be. And then this is when I went on stage for the second time in my life. Because in my school, in the first few months, we had a talent show. And one of the events in talent show was stand-up comedy. Now this is 2006. उस time पे hardly कुछ stand-up comedy था. Yeah, people knew about it and stuff like that. So whatever we knew was basically laughter challenge. जितना हमने देखा था उस time पे 2006 में. And here and there shows, तो मेरे 3 दोस्त थे. And I'm telling you, All three of them were boys, and you don't need to know this again, but they were giving very stupid advice to me. Yeah, honestly. They were like, you know what, you should go participate in this. And what happened was, this was on day 2 of the talent hunt. Now, day 1 was when I was sitting with my friends in a bench, and it was a big hall. And right in front of me was my crush with 2 of her friends. But I didn't have the courage to talk to her all day, but I was just happy ki itna hai, theek hai. Like, this is the closest proximity we are getting in terms of we are sitting and watching something. Theek hai, sahi hai. Next day, stand-up comedy. My friends are like, dude, you should go. I didn't know what it was. They're like, you should go. You are going to kill it. You should go. And I shouldn't have heard them. Shouldn't have listened to them. That was my shit also. But then I was like, you know what, maybe he'll go. And like, I had all of this stupid in my head. I was like, if I do, go kill it. Same concept. If I go kill it, you know, and like something happens. Or if I do something decent also, I can go have a conversation. I can be like, say I exist. So the event is here. And I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous. This is literally like I'm going back to my LKG, UKG nervousness. It happens. There's this much silence in a room where I'm supposed to say jokes in a way, and people are supposed to laugh back. And it was one of the best days for school, because they were like, we've never seen someone who will talk in front of a whole school, and the school is pin drop silence. Like, so they started making me say things at assembly just because people would go quiet. But it was one of the worst things I've ever done in my life. It was, I was doing mimicry. I was copying someone's act as much as I could remember. I don't know what I was trying to do. It went really bad. I literally was on the floor, flat lying, trying to eat something out of a plate is the end of my act. Is that how bad it was? And you know, sometimes when friends push you to do something, I thought they'll support me. I thought at least 3 people will laugh at what shit I'm doing on stage because they're my friends, right? They also didn't laugh. When I got off stage, they're like, that was a good one, huh? I'm like, what are you trying to say? So I felt really embarrassed. That's the first time I felt embarrassed, and I never spoke to her. And then 2 years later, when I actually got to talk to her for the very first time, was this day where she was like, let's meet after school. And this was all through chits. And this was also in a time where I didn't know how to deal with attention. And 8th standard, my classmates took 2 years, okay, for me to just like try to even have a conversation with her. My classmates, one afternoon in lunch, I came back to class and they're all staring at me. And then I find out that my whole class and her whole class knows everything about the fact that I have a crush on this girl. Everyone knows from the 2 sections. So that's very freaky now. So she sends me a chat through her friend saying, let's meet after school. I'm like, no, I'm going to run away. I can't do this. Because in my head, I built up the conversation. But I couldn't have the real conversation with her saying, मैं क्या बोलूँ हाय छोड़ के मेरे को नहीं पता. So then we, after school gets over, one of my friend who's one of those people who was very confident, he could talk to people. He's like, क्या है उसमें बात ही तो करना है. I'm like, हाँ तेरे लिए है. मतलब for you it's very simple. So after school, me and him cross the road and wait. And from the other side, 6 of them come. 6. All girls, all her friends, 6 of them walk towards me. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, I can't talk to one dude. There's 6 of them coming together. How do I make conversation? So they come, and then as a group we start walking. And then, you know, like after a while the group stops and only my crush walks aage and stands there. Technically, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to go stand and talk. मैं वहीं पे खड़ा हो गया दोस्त लोग के साथ. And I'm like, और बताओ और क्या चल रहा है? And that my crush is waiting there. And these guys look at me and say, you're cute to go and like go ahead and like talk to her. And I'm just like, no, I'm okay. Like, no, you have to. I'm like, okay, fine. I need to do this. And I go there. I'm freaking out. I'm thinking of 2 years of build-up, so much unnecessary Bollywood build-up in my head. And literally the conversation went, hi. She was like, hi. How was school? Great. How's your school? You know, great. What plans then for today? Oh, go home and like just, do my homework. What about you? Yeah, same. Yeah. Then there was just silence. Okay? I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to save this grace. In my head, it was like, abort, like just run away from here. Don't have any more conversations. But I still did. What plans tomorrow? I'll come to school. You? me too, dude. I'll also come to school. Okay, bye. And we just left, okay? It was a very freaking conversation in my head. And then, like, we got talking and that went wherever. But I think it was very fascinating. And it was very beautiful to be in that phase. I just wish someone guided us into, like, how do you go about these feelings, or what do you do about this, or when they're not resolved, what do you do, वरना हम राइटर ही नहीं बनते, but that's a different ball game altogether. But yeah. And so it didn't work out, my crush, okay? All that is fine. That's another story for another day. Honestly, it's a really fun story. You should listen to it. It's very painful in the end, but it's okay. That's how every story is in this context. But all that is okay, okay? Lockdown, mein, I'm going through Instagram, okay? And I came across this crush's Instagram and I was like, oh, cool, okay. Sometimes it happens, like it doesn't happen right now with me. But sometimes when you see the person, you go back to being that person in your life when you had this crush. So I went back to being a 6th standard kid who was looking at this person. So in the lockdown, I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, wow, dude, what are those days like, right? Like, we so young and naive and all of that. ठीक है, इतना ठीक था. This was on 4th June. My birthday is on 13th June, and she put a post saying, getting married in 9 days, which is 13th June. So for the rest of my birthdays, my crush is going to celebrate her marriage anniversary. Cool, okay. I just thought you guys will be interested to like empathize with me, but sure, it's okay. I'll just cry today after this. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Call the next person. Hey, can you please have Shailaja? She's coming, guys, all the way from behind. Please keep clapping till she comes on stage. I believe in you.
थैंक यू हर्ष. यार आप लोग को नहीं पता, मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा नींद आ रही है. मैं पिछले 1 मिनट से ऐसे कोशिश कर रही हूँ कि नींद खुल जाए. एक बार मैं यूनिवर्सिटी में थी और मेरा एक एग्ज़ाम था और उसमें इतनी नींद आ रही थी, ऐसे पानी छिड़क के ऐसा लग रहा था. वही करना पड़ रहा था, बट चलो अभी ठीक है. कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि करे तो करे क्या इंसान. होती है ऐसी सिचुएशन जब लगता है करूँ क्या यार, ये भी नहीं समझ में आ रहा, वो भी नहीं समझ में आ रहा, ये भी पॉसिबल सिचुएशन नहीं है, वो भी पॉसिबल सोल्यूशन नहीं है. तो एक दिन मैं थिएटर करती हूँ, मैं एक नाटक देखने गई थी और वो देखते देखते मैं जोन आउट हो चुकी हूँ और दिमाग ऐसे धंसते एंड आई डोंट नो वेयर आई वॉज गोइंग एंड देन आई हैड टू स्नैप माई सेल्फ आउट ऑफ इट. और बहुत सडनली ऐसा लगा कि सब डार्क हो गया और सब एकदम कोई मुझे नहीं देख पा रहा है, मैं सबको देख पा रही हूँ. पता नहीं कौन सी शाण पट्टी वाले थॉट्स. फिर मुझे लगा क्या करूँ, कैसे निकलूँ इस चीज़ से बाहर. तो मुझे लगा एक बल्ब लगा दूँ सर के ठीक ऊपर. एक बल्ब लगा दूँ सर के ठीक ऊपर और बाकी पूरी दुनिया की बत्ती बंद कर दूँ. एक बल्ब लगा दूँ सर के ठीक ऊपर, पूरी दुनिया की बत्ती बंद कर दूँ. एक तेज आंख चौंधिया देने वाला बल्ब. और तब शायद मेरे भीतर का जो अंधेरा है वो दब जाए. मैं ये रोशनी में घुल जाने का नाटक करूं और सब सही लगे फिर से. एक तेज रोशनी का बल्ब जो ये बीच बीच की चुप्पी, शाम की चुप्पी, दोपहर की चुप्पी, बहुत देर की चुप्पी, इन सब पे पीले रंग की रोशनी घोल दे और सब सुनहरा लगे फिर से. एक तेज धड़कती रोशनी के सामने अपने सर्द पड़ गए मौसम को सेंक दूं. एक तेज धधकती रोशनी के सामने भीतर के सर्द पड़ गए मौसम को सेक दूं और फिर से उन्हें गर्म हवा की झोंकों सा बना दूं. और फिर शायद सब खिला खिला सा लगे फिर से. सी दिखने वाली रोशनी को अपने आंखों के कोनों में बिठा दूं, फिर तेज तेज भागना, धीरे भागना, रेंगना, पड़े रहना सब अनोखा सा लगे। फिर से एक पर्दा लगा दूं, एक पर्दा लगा दूं जो मुझ तक पहुंचने वाली हवा को रोके, सुंदर दिखने वाला पर्दा, गुलाबी सा जो लगे, जो तूफान के साथ खेले पर उनके झोंके मुझ तक ना पहुंचने दे, वो लगा दूं। और फिर शायद सब ठहरा लगे। फिर से एक सीढ़ी लगा दूं, एक सीढ़ी लगा देती हूं, एक सीढ़ी लगा दूं और आसमान के सबसे नीचे वाले माले पर बैठ जाऊं। एक सीढ़ी लगा दूं और आसमान के नीचे वाले माले पर बैठ जाऊं। और फिर एक मजबूत सीढ़ी जो ज़्यादा चूंचा ना करती हो, तब शायद कहीं जाकर कहीं उभरते, कहीं ढलते, कहीं गिरते, कहीं पड़ते रंगों के साथ मुझे दिखे कि हाँ सब एक और ही ढलता है और सब एक बराबर लगे, समान लगे, समतल लगे। फिर से मैं एक उपाय लगा दूं। फिर से शुक्रिया। मैं हर्ष को बुला दूं फिर से।
Thank you so much, Helja. Next performer is a first-time performer, so you know what to do. Can you please have Amit? Keep clapping till he comes on stage. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me, guys? Yeah, so my name is Amit और मैंने जो कविता लिखी है, शायद आप सबके लाइफ में भी एक मोमेंट ऐसा आया होगा जब भी आपने मतलब आप बहुत हेल्पलेस फील करते होगे, बेबस फील करते होगे। तो उस पर मैंने एक कविता ऐसे लिखी थी कि इस कविता का नाम बाय द वे बेबसी है। तो ऐसा लिखा था कि एक तू और तेरी याद ही है जो साथ मेरे रहती है, मैं और मेरी शायरी बस बात तेरी करती है। एक तू और तेरी याद ही है जो साथ मेरे रहती है, मैं और मेरी शायरी बस बात तेरी करती है। अल्फाजों से भी बयां ना हो सकी मेरी हालत कुछ ऐसी है, शायद इसे ही लोग कहते बेबसी है। जिस सड़क की मंजिल तू हो उस पर चलना है मुझे, तेरे प्यार में एक तरफा ही सही पर जलना है मुझे। तेरा होकर भी तेरा नहीं, अब बता भी दो कि ये चाहत कैसी है, शायद इसे ही लोग कहते बेबसी है। तुझ पर उठने वाले हर सवाल का जवाब हूँ मैं, तेरी नींदों को दूर से छू कर जाने वाला ख्वाब हूँ मैं। तुझे हर अंधेरे से बचाने वाला आफताब हूँ मैं, जो तूने ना कभी पढ़ी अलमारी में पड़ी वो किताब हूँ मैं। मुस्कान में भी आंसू छुपी सी रहती है, शायद इसे ही लोग कहते बेबसी है। मैं तुझे भूल जाऊं ऐसी मेरी मोहब्बत न थी, मैं तेरा हो जाऊं ऐसी मेरी किस्मत न थी। हसरत तो बस तुझे पाने की लेकर बैठा था, मगर वो हसरत पूरी करने वाली लकीर भी पूरी ना थी। जिंदगी में सब कुछ है, बस तेरी कमी सी है, शायद इसे ही लोग कहते बेबसी है। आंसू जो बहे उसका यहाँ काम क्या था, तुम्हें इतना चाहने का इनाम क्या था। तूने जो मुझ पे लगाए वो इल्ज़ाम क्या था, हम साथ तो थे पर उस रिश्ते का नाम क्या था। वो रिश्ता मानो गर्मियों में गिरती नमी सी है, शायद इसे ही लोग कहते बेबसी है। और अंत में ऐसा लिखा था कि एक तरफा ना होता तो ना इतना पछताता मैं, खुद ही छोड़ देता और खुद ही लौट आता था मैं। धीरे धीरे आंखों के सामने किसी और की हो रही थी तू, अगर हक होता रोक लेता, हाथ पकड़कर छीन लाता था मैं तो वही रह गया, तू आगे की तरफ चली सी है, शायद इसे ही लोग कहते बेबसी है. थैंक यू गाइस. और थैंक यू. और जब मैं इस बेबसी से बाहर आया तो ऐसा कुछ मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था कि इस बेबसी ने मेरी कलम को एक ऐसा मोड़ दिया, इस कविता के बाद मैंने उस पर लिखना छोड़ दिया.
Thank you. Thank you so much. 3 more people. That's it. Don't have a watch, but 3 more people. You're going to make it through this, okay? We're going to have a good time. 3 more people. That's it. Keep the energy, keep the support, okay? Just 3 more people. How are you guys feeling otherwise? Okay. Okay, fine. How many of you are going out after this? No one? No one? तुम लोग घर जा रहे हो वापस? I'm not disappointed. I'm just don't take me wrong. I'm just shocked. I thought adults leaving home, going out somewhere is like enough investment to be like, let's go out now and then come back home. No? Okay. Never mind. 3 more people. Please keep the energy going. Please keep the energy going. Yeah. A little more loud. A little more. Can we please have Haley Shah?
Hello, hi. Hi. So, how are you guys doing? Are you guys asleep or awake? Just like snap yourselves out of it, come on. Also, I want to give a heads up. If I cough during my poem, it's not COVID, it's just bad decisions on a Saturday night. So I just thought I should lead with that. But yeah, so I think 2 things that I've been doing quite regularly lately is cooking and writing. So I have a new piece today that I want to share with you guys. But before that, I want you guys to take a second and think about your first kiss. If you've not had a first kiss, it's okay. You can imagine, fantasize. So yeah, I believe that there are 2 types of first kisses. There are kisses you remember for a lifetime, and then there are kisses that feel like a lifetime. This is the latter. A year later, we sit on the countertop of the same kitchen. A whiff of desire still lingers this season. I have been longing to hold him since then, back when I was still needing the expectations of another man. But tonight, these hands feel tender again. Next to his on the cold granite, under the low evening light of his summer home, here is where I want to be. Hungry in this kitchen for anything but food. It is the first time I know a want like this. Not love, but the long of his neck. Not promises, but perfume and sweat. Not bedroom, but an empty kitchen. Brimming with daydreams. Still frantic in a fantasy, no recipe to tell me the amount of time I must wait to make my first move. How many seconds should I let my motives marinate in worldly point of views? Is there a timer I can set so that we can lean forward in synchrony? You see, it is not a secret the way he looks at me. Anyway, we continue to tiptoe around this palpable chemistry, awaiting an accidental discovery, testing the melting points of our desire, 2 combustible hearts playing with fire. When for no reason at all, midnight, and he rests his arm on my thigh, I wrap my fingers around his, clutching time before it passes by. He pulls me closer as if to whisper something I have known all along, that sometimes it can take very long to know what you want, and even longer to find it. But most times we stumble through life in low evening light, not knowing what the night will bring. Except now, our tongues are no longer meant for talking.
The ghosts of fallen fantasies come knocking, and we answer in the only language we know. No words, with breaths and undertones. Pleasure is a diet of skin and bones. But like I said before, I have never known a want like this. Sure, wanting without love is still a strong thing, and no one really knows what the night will bring. But wait, in the middle of the most amazing kiss, am I questioning what all this really means? What does it all mean? What does it mean to be offered his hands but not his heart? To crave the taste of his lips but not the texture of his words? To lay naked but not nearly enough? How do I make love without sharing it? Let my heart beat against his without bearing it. Hold this paper-thin fantasy without tearing it. How do I make love without sharing it? So that night, bit by bit, I pull back, peel back from my needs. Still hungry, but I no longer desire to just eat.
Thank you so much. Yeah, please. Really appreciate the imagery, the way you placed it, and also the way you spoke about it. I think is mad shit. Thank you so much. Always enjoy listening to you. We have 2 more people. Okay, I'll just call them. Okay, last second person. Can you please have Amit Singh? क्या हो गया?
So मेकनाइज गाइज अभी भी नर्वस हूँ. 19th परफॉर्मेंस कर रहा हूँ आज, उसके बावजूद भी. तो शुरुआत कुछ ऐसे करूँगा कि तेरी यादों का जहाँ बसेरा था, जिसकी पनाह में तेरा हर सवेरा था, वो दरख्त अब भी है मेरे आंगन में जिस पे तेरा नाम मुकेरा था. वो कोयल की कूक पे तेरा इटलाना, वो दोपहर में उसकी छाँव का सामियाना, वो सुर्ख मखमली शामें और तेरा मेरी बाहों में पिघल जाना. याद है सब या भूल गई तुम, वाबस्ता जो तेरा मेरा था, वो दरख्त अब भी है मेरे आंगन में जिस पे तेरा नाम मुकेरा था. दूसरी एक छोटी सी गज़ल कुछ ऐसी है कि वो रात ठहर गई है मुझ में, तेरी याद बिखर गई है मुझ में, तेरे इश्क से हूँ भरा पड़ा, कोई और जहर नहीं है मुझ में, कोई और जहर नहीं है मुझ में. मेरे वजूद में है बस तू ही तू, मेरे वजूद में है बस तू ही तू, कोई और हुनर नहीं है मुझ में, कोई और हुनर नहीं है मुझ में. तेरी जुस्तजू में निकल न लूँ, अब और सब्र नहीं है मुझ में, अब और सब्र नहीं है मुझ में. सिर आखिर कि कोई मुस्सा मुझको भी चाहे, कोई मुस्सा मुझको भी चाहे, अब ऐसा असर नहीं है मुझ में, अब ऐसा असर नहीं है मुझ में. और एक शेर है कि अब उसके नाम से बुलाते हैं लोग मुझे, अब उसके नाम से बुलाते हैं लोग मुझे, वो इस कदर रही है मुझ में, वो इस कदर रही है मुझ में. एक छोटी सी गज़ल, एक ख़त के जानिब से, महबूब का ख़त उसकी जानिब से, कि बदनाम हूँ बेकस हूँ बेकाम हूँ, बदनाम हूँ बेकस हूँ बेकाम हूँ, मैं उसका ख़त तुम्हारे नाम हूँ. जिसे पढ़ के चराग जल जाएं, वही सम्मा हूँ वही शाम हूँ, बदनाम हूँ बेकस हूँ बेकाम हूँ. फेंक रखा है मुझको कोने में, ज़रा मायूस हूँ गुमनाम हूँ. मुझे देखो अदब की नज़रों से, मुझे देखो अदब की नज़रों से, मैं मोहब्बत में नाकाम हूँ, मैं मोहब्बत में नाकाम हूँ. महक उसकी छुपा के लाया हूँ, वो अगर गुल हैं तो मैं गुलफाम हूँ. कुरेद लो हर्फ दर हर्फ मुझे, कुरेद लो हर्फ दर हर्फ मुझे, मैं उसका आखिरी पैगाम हूँ, मैं उसका आखिरी पैगाम. और एक छोटी सी गज़ल, एक मोहतरमा की जानिब से, उनकी कुछ शिकायतें हैं अपने महबूब से. वो उस पे है कि टाइटल है पागल सखी. यूं गाहे बगाहे ना आया करो तुम, ये हिचकी मेरी भूल जाया करो तुम। तुम्हें तो खबर है कि मैं बावरी हूँ, ये उलझी लटे ना सजाया करो तुम। यूं गाहे बगाहे ना आया करो तुम। मुझे भीगना है छज्जे पे संग में, सावन की ऋत में न जाया करो तुम। यूं गाहे बगाहे न आया करो तुम। बिरह की अगन में कहीं जल न जाऊं, न यूं चांदनी में नहाया करो तुम। यूं गाहे बगाहे न आया करो तुम। कहीं खो न जाऊं अकेले में एक दिन, ये तन्हाई घर से ले जाया करो तुम। यूं गाहे बगाहे न आया करो। That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. We're down to the last performer, but before that, I really want to say a big thank you to your younger selves that did whatever it could to be able to push through whatever barriers for you to be here in life. And I'm glad that we all met, if not early then now. And I hope that you always keep going back to the child in you, I feel, or the child that was there, that once existed, that did all kinds of amazing things. And I hope you remember that, because it is very special to remember. And through the stories that I do, for me, it's like a way of celebrating my life, or celebrating my childhood, celebrating my friends, celebrating the people around, everything. So just like that, this today was like yet another chapter added to that book. So I am very grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for sharing, for talking back, for interacting, for being so nice, for just being you. I really, really appreciate each one of you for being here. We have open mics on Monday and Sunday. I'll come back and I'll wrap that up. But right now we have the very last performer, okay? So throw how much ever energy you have right now. Together, okay? Together, let's start clapping. Let's start. Go mad. Go mad. Yeah. Alil Molil, can we please have Kajal Advani?
Hi. So, if I would have known I was last, I would have performed a little happier poem. But koi nahi. I have a trigger warning. My poem is about body shaming and body image issues. Yeah, it doesn't have a title yet because this is only the second time I'm performing it. So, yeah, I think I'll start. My body was never mine growing up. It belonged to friends, family, strangers. That doesn't suit you. You look fat. What have you made of yourself? I was a child, a teenager, a young adult, probably going through 100 hormonal changes per minute, which made me emotional. I went to an all-girls school. They don't tell you that it is a prison. The wardens are the hot chicks. The torture is to compare yourselves to them. My arms were too fat. I shouldn't wear sleeveless. For years, I called my legs chicken lollipop because I was ashamed. I was ashamed of the way I look. I am still... No. I don't know if I'm still ashamed. I don't want to be ashamed of the way I look, so I try. I try every day to love myself, to leave my comfort zone. But comfort zone is a quicksand. For every time I try to leave, I'm dragged back inside, pushed back by people's comments as I beg and persuade my destiny lies outside. I wish to take my confidence and leave, walk away from the spiral. I walked along the forest for so long, I know my favorite paths. I know the ones which make me smile. I know the ones which make me cry. I know the ones which lead me to a better life. I know the ones which push me back inside. I know which path meets which. It's just that my eyes are blinded with tears that stain my face, leave my head aghast as I clutch it and shake. How does one escape a panic attack at the edge of a spiral? Do you know how difficult it is to shake and shake at the edge of a spiral and not fall in? Do you know the amount of courage it takes to smile? Take a deep breath. Wipe your eyes. Gather some strength. get up and walk away. Do you know how proud I am for making it through? Do you know being proud feels so much better than being ashamed? Being proud feels so much better than being ashamed. No one taught me this. So today, I teach myself. This poem is a reminder from myself to myself to be proud of myself, to not care about how I look, for people will always have something to say. Always. When I started to work out for the sake of health, they told me, oh great, a tad bit late, but finally you will shun all that extra weight and look beautiful. Shun all that extra weight and look beautiful. I want to look them in the eye and tell them, I was always beautiful. But I know their quicksand is not worth falling in. So I stand in front of the mirror and tell myself, I was always beautiful. I am beautiful. And I shall remain beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can please. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing this side with us. And that goes to all of you. Thank you so much for being vulnerable. Thank you so much for being here today. That brings us to the end of today's open mic. We have open mics on Monday and Sunday. Sundays at 2:30 or sometimes at 12. You'll have to see the post. And Mondays at 7. Dono ke liye, you'll have to say yes. There is no other way as of now that we are accommodating performers. We select by random, so you just say yes on it and then we'll select. Apart from that, follow Habitat. Talk to each other if you like each other's pieces. Talk to each other, interact with each other, tell what you liked about each other. It's great. Apart from that, I have a YouTube channel where I have shot a podcast. Haley was there in one of the episodes. I've sat and I've spoken with them, with the different performers and different storytellers and poets, and asked them about their process as to how they do what they do. And it's on YouTube. और उसका लिंक मेरे बायो में है, so you'll have to go on Instagram and follow if you want to. And Instagram ID is @YSOHARSH because we're really harsh. So we should stop being harsh to ourselves and be kinder. So that's the whole point of this. Apart from that, the roaches are here. I have the QR code with me if you want that. Have a great Sunday. Please go out. I just feel, I don't know why. I'm working. So you guys please go out. Have fun. I will see you guys soon. Before we wrap up all of this, can we please start having clap for Yash sitting here who's done audio for us. What a guy, dude. What a guy. He's a singer-songwriter also, and he's released 4 songs. You should really check it out. The second person who's going to be so awkward. Can you please start clapping for Aditi? Yeah. Good one. Aditi doesn't, she doesn't speak a lot, but if you hear something from her, that's very valuable. So if she even says hi to you, that's like, oh wow. Dude, we've been working for 5 years. We started talking last year. When I came back, after the pandemic, she started talking to me. So we're very grateful that she's in our lives and she talks less, but she does a lot of great work. So can we please have another applause for her? Finally, I also want to thank the support staff. There was Abhimanyu, there was Chandu, there was Dilip who helped you out outside with your orders. We have a new person working with us, Sanjana, who's helping us with social media, with shooting, with everything. So we want to do that. And also, people who are not here, Vivian is one of them. If you must have interacted, some of you must have interacted, I don't know. Okay. Vivian is another person who's working. We can clap for him. And finally, Balraj, who actually runs the place, because of which we all are here. So thanks to him that we did this. Cool. So have fun. follow in the habitat. I mean, see, I've realized that people who come here, they kind of do follow because like a post. Oh, guys, we are at 99.4. Please, it's taken us 5 years to organically build 99.4K followers. So please get us to a 10K. 10K? 100K? Shit. Retake. Please get us to 100K. And so we can just party and sleep and not come to work. Okay, anyways.